Okay.
And if you publish in 4K, they allow higher bit rates. So even if you put a 1080, you upscale
It's
to
a higher
1080.
bit rate than that's counting already.
Right.
Hey Kurt,
Huh?
you want this?
What's this?
So it's a power you can put to your camera if you want. If you want.
I think it's too far there. Mine's okay, 100%. My one can last for 2 hours, no
So
problem.
powerful. Filming can last 2 hours.
Yeah, that time I go to
What?
after school therapy, right? I one shot, they fund 3 hours, I use like that 3 hours.
Never pause, never ending.
Yeah, one shot 3 hours.
Oh, that's crazy.
Then the power still can last, 30-40%.
Yeah, that's damn good. That's damn good. So that's the framing.
Okay, that's
Okay.
okay.
So that's us. Then
Okay,
we will do on you lor.
Okay, can.
I'll put him in the center.
Can.
You want to check?
I will do like maybe here. You know, like slightly below the nipple.
Check.
Wait, I silent my phone first, later computer call.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah. Alright.
I mean, Jaga focus here.
Okay, can.
So this one, I think, try to keep about, say, 15 cm, something like that, for your face. Yeah. Is that okay? The way he's sitting?
The way he's sitting.
My.
Yeah, that's fine. I just need to make sure it's somewhat in frame here. Right. Roll 1.
Yeah, wait.
Roll 2.
Okay.
Anytime.
Okay, so I record audio. Press twice, right? And that's recording already.
If it's circle. Yeah, it's recording now. Stop already.
Oh, it's only one time. So this is recording, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do a sound check.
So, sound check 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
You need to be.
Don't do so near.
Don't do so near.
About like that.
Oh, no need to Sony on. Okay.
Because it's pointing.
Oh, okay. Like that talking here. Okay.
Like that talk can.
Yes, fine.
And all?
Yep, both are
Okay, let's start. So both cams are rolling.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. So hi everybody. Welcome to a very special interview. I don't know how to intro this thing, but I have with me Kurt Tay. Kurt, I just want to say first, thank you so much for accepting to be on this interview thing.
Okay, sure.
I've always wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Following you many years, and we've interacted in the
Okay,
past.
thank you.
So nice to be able to talk to you.
Okay, that's nice.
So Kurt, I don't know how to introduce you, so I'll just do a very quick one. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Kurt to me is the most interesting man in Singapore, in my opinion, right? So always want to talk to him. He has very interesting views about fame, about money, about things like family, and his life situation also, and his story I think has been very interesting. But can you do an intro for yourself first in your style?
Oh, okay. Hello, hi everyone. I'm a superstar Saudi Kurdistan Turkish, right? 4 times. WCW World Heavyweight Champion. The champ is here. Okay.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
It's true. It's real.
Okay.
Right. So let's start. So maybe I start like that, right? Because I think the two of the most biggest factors that I think associate with you, right, is 2 words: fame and fortune. I always think these 2 things are very things that are important to you. That I think a lot of other people are also very interested in. But the way that you chase these 2 things have been so interesting. So maybe let's go all the way back to when we first heard about you, i.e. Singapore Idol. And let's talk about fame first, right?
Okay.
So can I ask you, like, what does fame mean to you, and how important is being famous to you?
It's important to me because how do I say, it's like I always want people like to know who I am. Like example, some of my friends, right, very handsome one. They say you got the looks so handsome. I think you join Mediacorp, you sure going on. But he said no. He said he don't like he got people recognize him, or he say inconvenient. But I like the feeling. So I like the feeling. I go out, then people know. Hey, this is Kurt Tay, this is Kurt Tay. So I like being famous lah. Yeah.
So when was the first time in your life that you realized, hey, I want to be famous? Can you remember?
I remember ever since I was little kid, actually I wanted to become an actor lah. I wanted to join Mediacorp. Then not only because of famous, I also like acting also. I like acting lah. So if you want to join Mediacorp just because you want to become famous, but you don't acting, that is also how to say, cannot link lah. You must like acting also lah. So after that when I was a teenager, right, whenever I got chance to appear on the TV, right, I will grab the chance. Like example, I will buy not buy, actually is to order the ticket lah, to see the Zack Neo. You know Jack Neo, he got
Oh
this
yes, the
variety
stage,
show.
the stage one, right?
Yeah. Then the time is
live audience lah.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, live audience. Then it's Shen Jianbing and Li Guohan, they host together lah.
搞笑行动
Not 搞行动. I think it's what 巅峰 whatever. I cannot remember it lah.
Right.
So they will actually put the advertise on the TV. So if you're interested, right, you can just like send the email. Then you say you want to interested. Then they'll send you the ticket lah. It's free of charge.
In the audience.
Yeah. So I will sit at the first row lah. So when I go back, I see the TV while in the first row. I'm very happy lah.
Oh, so to see yourself on TV, even if you are in the audience, that gave you a little, hey, this is awesome.
Yeah. Because I like to appear on the TV. They will say, hey, I appear on the first row. So because the audience, right, then the Li Guohan and Shen Jianbing, they are like in front of you lah. So TV can see you really directly lah. Yeah.
Then, because actually, honestly speaking, the first time I really know about you was because of Singapore Idol, long ago.
Yeah.
So, could you talk about that? Like, was it in any way like because of what you saw Steven Lim doing with the yellow underwear? I think that was the year before you went to Singapore Idol.
Not sure what the year or 2 years before.
You all didn't go in the same year, right?
No, not same year.
Yeah. So when you went to Singapore Idol, what did you think? Like,
actually, when I went, right, I never expect to be famous, because I just sing normal song lah. I never like dance like Steven Lim or straight until underwear lah.
Yes.
So because of my pronunciation, then suddenly the TV keeps on advertising lah. So I was actually quite surprised lah. Then after that I start to get the fame way. I start to get the fame because every I go out because the time they keep on advertise on the TV, the commercial, everything. Then a lot of people get to know me. So I go out. There are people who approach me to take photo.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Even then have.
Yeah, that have people publicity. Oh, yeah, so you long ago. So after that, I enjoy the feeling. I like people recognize me. But however, after a few years, right, when you like never do any YouTube video, whatever, then like your fame will slowly goes off. Nobody will know who you are.
Yeah, it's like you do something, it goes up, then you slowly go down.
No, because you stop doing something, and then
so you need to keep doing things to.
Then the TV never advertise anymore also. So slowly, less and less people will actually know you. Yeah, right.
so when that was happening, like, is that the first time you realized, hey, actually, if I don't keep doing things, like,
yeah, quite. Then after that, I feel like, hey, how come that no people know me? Then after that, I at that time, when the Steven Lim approached me to join his acting class, all this, right?
Yes.
Then that time we eating at a restaurant the Yishun . So I was talking to Steven, say, I was a little kid, I want to join Mediacorp, but I got no chance. I also want to be famous. Then Steven Lim say to me, hey, I can become famous like him also. Just make your own YouTube video lah. So after that, I started to make my own YouTube video. That was before Best in Ban. Before I started making a lot of like comedy video, trying to do what Gangnam Style, everything. The time I was at my this men's club before they officially start work. Then I got the key lah, so I can. We work there, we got the key, so I go there early, then just film there, and then do a lot of funny video lah.
Is it like those like I also like early on saw you doing like you act, but then you act as different kind of characters.
Different character, then do Gangnam Style,
like old man
old man different. Then I then I put my face everything trying to add different roles lah. Yeah, different roles lah. Yeah.
So in doing all this, like, were you hoping to just go Wang Hong, or is it like you hope that this is like I can act, then Mediacorp will sign me on also?
No, actually, I felt that Mediacorp won't sign you just because of this but more of like becoming famous lah. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So in that sense, like I remember afterwards, I don't know if this is pre or post breast implant, but you mentioned that you wanted to do the 偶像路线, which is like the idol.
Yeah, that time was when I was releasing my album, the 离你而去.
Yeah.
So that time, because I also wanted to become a singer also. Because I wanted to become an actor, because singer. Then after that, I spent a lot of money. Then after that, I actually spent a lot of money on advertising. On the magazine newspaper.
Marketing lah.
But then it was because I advertised on the magazine. So the time the radio station, right, the magazine was part of the radio station. They saw my advertisement, so they invite me for this interview.
I love the interview. It's all in Chinese, so you can still find it on YouTube, right?
Because I upload it lah.
Oh, you uploaded it.
Yeah, because I asked them to send me the whole interview quick.
Yeah.
Then after that, I upload on the YouTube lah. Or else if I never upload, then the interview also gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you 走 this, because you said 偶像路线, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just to review, because like you said, like even like after you did long ago, right? People start recognizing you. So do you remember what life was like before you became famous? And then how does that you think now, right, compare with last time? Like what is the pros and cons of being famous? What's the good, what's the bad?
Okay, the pro is that of course like I got a lot of people approach me to take photo lah. So I like the feeling, you know, when a lot of people approach me to take photo. Even now, I also very often got people approach me to take photo. Then the cons is got haters lah. So haters, you know, some like, you know, they will hate you until they like want to destroy my life.
Some really disgusting things. Like they take your
yeah.
photo, put downstairs. Oh, it's just horrible.
Correct. Then they do a lot of stuff lah, you know, post new photo. Then every time want to find out where's my working place, they want to sabotage me, everything, a lot of things lah.
So okay, then in hindsight, okay, right now reviewing that, do you think it was worth it still to become famous, knowing that all these horrible things will happen to you after you become famous? Would you still choose to have so the famous Lucian?
I will still choose to be famous lah, but the thing of course is like this thing I really don't like lah, but I cannot avoid lah. I mean like how to say, like last time, you know, Steven Ning, right, used to have haters, right? They even like
they prank call him.
No, they prank call. That time newspaper, I don't know you got saw or not. They even went to the stand, you know, where they shoot something into his eyes and then his eyes got red color or something.
Really?
Really? You never saw?
No.
Yeah. So the newspaper appeared, you know, so like they try to pay hand on him. They invite him to know where, then they shoot don't know what thing. Then his eyes got whole red color.
So
yeah. They shoot something that the haters purposely that do on him. Yeah, I think that time was police case. I saw the newspaper.
Okay, so that's Steven Lim, right? Then I think you're also similar to Steven Lim in terms of your profile and like the kind of fans that you might have. But you know, like you were saying, like cannot avoid. But I also think like, do you think like all famous people have to endure haters like this? Like you think about your MediaCorp celebrity, and do you think they will get this kind?
No, actually it really depends also. Like, I felt that some online famous people, right, maybe they are 人缘 right, more better one. Example like Sneaky Sushi, right, maybe his hater will be lesser lah.
Or YOLO, right?
YOLO is because Steven Ning, 我们走的路线是 like weird one lah. So some other people will think that we are 小狼lah.
So when you say 人缘, what does 人缘 mean?
Okay, like how to say, like people see the face see your action they will feel, this is 小狼, so I don't like, so I hate him.
So
but
it's like your vibe, is it? Like your,
like how to say, like example now, like you see Stinky Sushi, right? You no matter how you sing, you just won't hate him like what you hate Steven Ning or Kurt Day like that lah. Then you see Stinky Sushi, you say, okay lah, maybe you just maybe don't like some of his video, but you won't hate to the extent where you want to like want to destroy his life or whatever, like that lah.
But then is this 人缘 like 天生的还是
I think it's 天生 one.
You think it's because for example, because I also do some stuff online. Obviously, I'm not as famous as you, bro. But you know, like we can control the kind of content we put out, right? So, like you said just now, like you and Steven Lim, maybe the weird kind. I don't even know if that's accurate, you know. But do you think like if you purposely go and create a kind of video that is not say weird kind that
no, because I can explain for that lah. Because example you see like I do normal talking video lah. People will not be so interested. Example now Sticky Sukushi talk this video. A lot of people want to see just normal talk only.
Or like two people fight in Geylang, then the news.
Or maybe got one that time the son maybe unfaithful to his mother, so Sticky the whole video talk. But a lot of people 300K want to see. But if I do the same thing, right, people will feel boring lah. So sometimes I have to do more weird stuff or weird content so that you know can have the viewership lah, so people will watch lah.
But I feel like so I also don't know that much because obviously you have a longer history in content creation than me. But I also feel like the reason why people watch Sneaky Sushi and YOLO, right, when they talk this kind of video, is because, right, they have a way of talking about it that is super interesting. Not that your one is not interesting, you know, but they are very good at just the right length. They know the little jokes to put inside, and it's a skill that I think also, if you look at their early videos, I bet they also admit that I had to sort of practice to get to that point. So maybe if you had done that for like 5-10 years, you know, constantly making this kind of commentary kind of video, then people know you for it. Because the views also, I don't think represent the quality. Because sometimes you can make good stuff for damn long, then until somebody shine a spotlight on you, or YouTube put you on the front page, then people, hey, this guy is pretty funny, you know. So I've heard that kind of thing happening before. So do you think like maybe if you stuck with it, that it's not so much about your 人缘 but also your content production.
No, how to say like, okay, example now is Stevening, you just go do a normal talking video, right? Just like sneaky social, just go talk.
Yeah.
I think less people will see because like how do I say like I don't know if that people will see it's like boring or whatever. I don't know. I just felt because like I see the thing, I do the same thing as Stinky Sushi, right? Then my viewership is lower. Then I felt that people they just not interested to see me just do a normal video talk about certain topic like that.
But would you admit that looking at like Sneaky Sushi or YOLO's videos, right, which because you look at it, it's like, they just talk to camera only, right? Like very simple, then can get hundreds of thousands of views. But do you think that there is a skill there that they really had to practice? And it's not
I
just
don't know because I asked some of my friends. So some of my friends felt that the yo-yo video is a bit boring. Sticky Sushi one, I don't know. I also felt that like Sticky Sushi is more attractive than yo-yo lah.
Attractive?
Actually, like he look more like handsome something so he got the type of look that people see what people will like yeah.
So that's 人缘 to you lah. Like
yeah.
is like that.
I mean you see him you just want like wow, I hate this guy. But some people like the face you see I don't like it.
It's like Kampa face, is that?
Yeah, I don't know what say Kampa face It's like how to say. Okay, example like I give one example Okay, that time my parents cook me very well. Okay, yeah, attitude also good, but the business not good. But then another business a lot of people queue but the attitude bad because I went to buy before attitude like
the service
lousy, but still long queue. So it's like I felt it's like 人言 like maybe the food normal but don't know why.
Maybe it's a taste thing.
I don't know.
Like some people just like that.
I don't know if I felt maybe it's called. I don't know is it correct words 人言 or not, but it's like it's something that I don't explain. It's like
a bit inside one that
it's
you
like
cannot
it's
just
like
control.
The thing is actually good, but people just not interested. But the thing normal a lot of people want
I think a lot of it is luck also.
Maybe luck or whatever
It's luck and timing. Sometimes you hear about artists like. Some artists, when they draw, they paint in their lifetime, right? Nobody like them. Then they die. Then afterwards, like, hey, this guy's work is amazing, So maybe you are too early or too late. Maybe in 20 years, people will be like, I understand what Kate is trying to do. Then you become super popular. Right.
Yeah.
It's interesting, I think actually there's a lot of things that you can do in terms of content that can still work. That is beyond 人缘 because 人缘 is like cannot control, right? I also think you can. Try to when you also try you got your 街头访问 you got a lot of different your food video and things like that. So that's very interesting right? So we've talked a bit about fame and whether you regret it or not, and I think what I'm hearing is that you don't regret, right? Because even that all these evil things happening to you, on the whole it's still better that you are famous and have to deal with this stuff, right? So maybe we transit a little bit to we talk about fame, maybe fortune, right? So maybe I ask you this broad question first, right? If you can only choose one thing, to be rich or to be famous, which one would you choose actually?
If I can choose rich or famous, I will
only
choose
one,
I will choose rich. You know why? Because I got money I can make ways to make myself famous. But if I only famous not rich, right, it's very hard for me to become rich.
Can also, right?
No. Because example now, if I rich, right, I can very easily I can just like how to say like I got the money, right? I can just produce a movie. I can do a lot of things. People will just because you got money to spend, right? I can be famous easily. But now I got a famous, but I want to become rich. It's quite hard for me.
I see.
Unless maybe like you're like Sneaky Sushi or Jian Hao Tao is you can make but for me right now it's like 不上不下 halfway through like that.
Okay, but that's great. I like your answer.
Yeah.
But if you can only live with one, which one would you choose? At the end of the day, you only get one. What would you choose?
Money is more important to me actually.
So you
because now even though I'm famous but I don't feel 100% happy. I feel like a lot of time I feel stressful because of the financial problem, no money So of course if I can choose right, I will choose money Money is more important.
I will actually be inclined to it. So, Bill Murray is a very famous Hollywood actor. He has a great quote about it. He says like a lot of people want to be rich and famous, but what I'll say to you is, and he's somebody who is both, he'll say what I'll say to you is try rich first. See that one can happy or not. If they are not happy, then maybe you chase fame. So actually your answer I think like reflects quite a bit of that the essence of that quote.
Oh, okay.
So okay, talking about money, right? We
Yeah.
have had a lot of interactions before, like
Yeah,
not like face to face, but
Yeah.
you've talked about money a lot,
Ah.
and me as a personal finance
Yeah.
enthusiast, I also
Yeah.
reply, you know.
Okay.
So maybe I start off this way,
Mm.
right? So we talk a lot about essential spending, right? What do you think that means? What is essential spending to you?
Like all those the necessary like the baby diaper,
Mm.
baby powder, all this the food
So would you say, for example, you probably still have, right, multiple SIM cards?
Hmm?
You have multiple SIM card, right? More than one SIM card.
SIM card I mean handphone SIM card.
Handphone SIM card, yeah.
Yeah, I got 4 SIM card because I got four number because last time I used to have my own online business That's why that time I got a few number. Then after that I never cancel. I still using 4 different number
But you're still paying for them, right?
No, I'm using the top up one not every month one. Yeah.
But you are still topping them up sometimes.
Yeah, correct.
Right? So it's still in a way costing you a bit of money.
How to say because for my job sometimes at night there's nothing much so you need to watch video to keep awake right? Yeah.
Understand, yeah. So but when it comes to essential, do you think that that's essential though? 4 SIM cards, for example.
No, because I say how to say like different people got different view Okay,
so of course.
So like example right now okay, if my own boss right now okay, example I don't need to go to workplace maybe I don't need so many data because at home I can use Wi-Fi right? Yeah. But then for those people who are not in my shoes right, they never work the job right where night type. It's not totally nothing to do
Yeah, we don't understand
example like
right?
security okay now 8 o'clock hours they got thing to do. Then after that after 11 they will start to go big quiet already So after that then you need to at night okay because actually I'm not the type of people like that is like active at night one Like Stephen he say at night you feel very very active.
Yeah, you sleep very late one, right?
I feel very sleepy one.
Right.
I do it because the work is more relaxed for me So
you need to watch You need to watch things
I need to watch things. So that's why to keep myself awake because at night actually I feel quite sleepy one. Yeah, I'm not the kind of night people one.
But you know it's very expensive I think. Even if it's prepaid because data getting cheaper and cheaper. And also probably it's been getting cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah.
But still like I might think about like why not download the thing onto a SIM card then you just watch
because I watch this example
serial
the
drama. Cannot download one
Not say cannot download because you need time to download also Now example they go home right you need time to rest at home If you spend a lot of time download then you no time to sleep
But I think maybe 1 hour to download the thing, but it'll save you a lot of money.
No, because you download right. Example now me watch maybe you download this one show right. You take a few certain of time to download just the one show. And this one show maybe just can watch for maybe 1 hour.
But you put there right? Because okay, honestly I watch all your Q&A one. Your Q&A very long, right? I download all of them before I go to work. Then when I'm on the bus I listen so I don't have to consume data when I walk. Because your Q&A very long.
No, because my one you can one shot download all the thing. But Mediacorp example the drama right, maybe I'm interested to watch then maybe you download you take maybe 20 minutes or whatever just to download one show. Just to download 1 hour show. And my security job whatever right whole night then I need not just 1 hour. I need maybe for 11 maybe 7-8 hours So if I go and download maybe 1 hour right, it took me more than 1 hour just to download all the show.
But you download, you press download, then okay. Then you just leave the phone there, finish. I download another one.
No, but I need to sleep also I need to sleep
You cannot queue 4 download at the same time Cannot just start 4 download. So your one got 4 part, right? So I download 1 part, download 1 2. Then I just leave it there, I put at the side, then I just go and sleep.
Then another thing is the resting one right? Resting one, that one I think cannot download.
Have to stream one.
The one is I go to the Google right, then I type the resting.mobi
it's not the official website one.
No, not official website. Official website is only you have to like
you have to pay
buy
money
the WWE network that one which I stopped already we have stopped
Yeah, because honestly speaking, looking at your expenses which I have a maybe outdated version, I really think a lot of things can cut, and we talked about it before But I just think a lot of things that you consider essential and I'm not trying to criticize you because really I don't understand the full like you explain your 12-hour shift. You were saying like yesterday you work from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. right? 12-hour shift. I also don't really understand what that's like, but I really feel like money, like I think you also agree because you chose fortune. If you can only choose one, it's very important. Then the management of money in the day-to-day life, right, is very important. I feel like a lot of things in your life, if you just cut a bit more.
No, because a lot of
can
people
save
don't
it
understand
all.
is like, when my father is still working, right, actually my financial not so tight, because I just need to feed my son, feed my daughter. Then the time when my father is working, my father he can feed my mother lah. So to me that time is actually okay one. Now it's because you just imagine like I will feed the whole family lah. Because my father, my mother, then just imagine one day one person need to spend how much to eat again.
It's crazy like
yeah,
so
yeah.
you're giving right now is what 250 right?
No, 250 is just for looking after the baby. That is not including the food.
Oh, so that's not even food. That is just
for the looking after the baby. So that's why every time I disturb that people don't understand. Or people maybe I disturb then they still talk whatever what my parents buy. What my parents not working, how they buy.
So just to clarify for the audience in case they don't understand, what we're talking about is that every month Kurt will pay his mom and dad $250 each.
Each.
And then that's not including food
no
and
including
utilities.
No food, yeah.
So it's you know sandwich generation, you heard that term?
What?
Sandwich generation. 三文治一代 or something my Chinese name of it. You understand what that means, right?
Don't quite understand.
Okay, so sandwich generation means right, you are in the middle, right? You have to pay for your children underneath you. You have to pay for your parents above you. So you feel squeezed from both sides.
Yes.
And it's a very very difficult phenomenon. That's why I.
So imagine just eating just eating okay, you can cost maybe like my father because eating also not cheap lah. That's maybe
you all try to cook as often as you can.
But then maybe we can make it maybe 350 to 400 plus per person lah. Okay, just make it maybe
what every month to eat
because not cheap also, you buy the food everything okay, maybe one person let's say you just example just maybe just 350 example just 350 two person will cost how much? $700 $700. Then they haven't include the milk powder, the baby diaper, all this. Then my own I eat at my working place also. They also need money so when I was working vessel job, it's still okay lah. My vessel job is still high pay lah. So normal security job is actually $1,100 difference for my vessel job lah. Correct.
Oh, so you get paid probably about $1,100 more when you get to do a vessel job. But you don't always get to do a vessel job. You have to see luck.
No, see luck. Recently, for some reason I kena blacklisted to do the vessel job So that means in the future, I got no more chance to do vessels over here.
Oh, that's a shame. Because he was paying very well, right?
Yeah.
Take home was like what? 4K?
Take home 4K, almost 4K.
Wow.
So which is why that time actually I still can afford, to go and attend martial art class, all this stuff. Now I don't even have money go and attend martial art class. So now it's like take home pay is what?
3,000.
110 per day. 110 per day. They work 26 days. How much?
110 per day, 26. About 3K right?
No. 2008 take home
2008
Yeah, 2008 take home
26 times 101 right?
2008 plus
I see.
Yeah, 2008.
That's very difficult. So I mean, okay, I just want to say this before we continue that when I critique your mindset, also sometimes I realized like after I did it that actually sometimes I feel like maybe I was a bit fierce in the way that I say and I don't fully understand your situation, right? So when I sort of push back now, right, I want you to understand that I'm not saying that there's a right and wrong thing. It's just that I feel like looking at the situation got things to make it easier, but also ultimately, I mean,
your suggestion, like example, like how to say, because
childcare.
No, because my son, right, he cannot leave my grandfather for even a few minutes. He will cry. Really. That time, example, like we went down to the playground, right, those seesaw, whatever, right. Then my mother asked my father to go and buy drinks, but he more strength he just leave for 1 year. Then my son
cry.
How come his ye lah? How come not here? Then he goes wanting to find ye. After that he don't want to pay. Then we went to the bench to sit. Then my mother called my father, say my son looking for him. Wait until he cry. So that is why then he need my grandfather like every single second like that.
So the reason why you are saying this, I just explained to the listeners, I think is because one of my suggestions was that you stop paying your mom and dad $250 to take care of the kids. They go back to work, then send your kids to childcare, which is actually a normal thing. But you're explaining that no, my son cannot take.
Not only my
away.
son, then my parents also don't want. My parents also don't want because they like you see,老人家 they got their own thinking. Wow,
Of course,
it's
yeah,
not,
yeah.
you know, they just don't feel safe lah. So yeah, so that is why it's not say I want to take your suggestion because
Yeah.
家家难本啦.
Understand.
Yeah.
So okay, so here's my a friendly suggestion, right? We call it that. So I really think actually, right, because you are the breadwinner right now, we're really supporting your whole family.
Yeah.
You get the right to decide what the thing is, because honestly, okay, let's go one by one, right? We talk about parenting, and I'm not a parent, okay? So I maybe don't know as much as you, but I also think sometimes as kids, right, we cannot just get what we want. And I understand what you say, but let me finish this thing, right? We cannot just get what we want, and the kid also eventually, right, he has to learn that sometimes in life you don't just get what you want. And I feel like, and it's a very difficult thing because, like you say, not just your kid, right? Your father will also make noise. I just feel like because you are the one that is actually you're taking out all this thing, you have the right to say, "Pa, I'm sorry, but I've made the decision and it's going to be this. We're gonna send to childcare."
You know, it's like it's not easy.
I understand. So I cannot even tell you this as an order or any strong suggestion because I also don't know what.
Because if in my shoe, right, you won't be like we saying this because it's like my parents already got this decision already. So it's not like I like that, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So it breaks my heart because look, I really am seeing the fact, right, that this thing, right, you let it lazy and gather over like 10-15 years, right?
So actually,
it is your ass
actually,
my
me is like how to say it's like 走一步看一步, you know. I really also even though like
and I understand
now my security job actually is like how to say like low pay but then there's nothing much I can do lah besides just like 走一步看一步which now actually I don't spend on martial art classes everything. Then you know actually some of like wrestling t-shirt even the belts, you know, actually they are buy like you know 2 years ago.
Really?
They are spare one like belt all these they are old few years
so
ago.
You have
then,
stopped buying belts already?
Yeah, stopped buying belt for very long, but then whenever I do the video I will explain this is an old belt bought 2 years ago. The hater will say new one. They will still talk up. They will say new one.
When is the last time you bought a new belt? Just asking.
Last year I can't remember which one but I know that starting from this year right, I really so tight until even my favorite t-shirt I also cannot buy it because security job you $1,100 difference yeah.
But I feel like 走一步看一步 I think is because you really have no choice, right? Because you when the money come in, then immediately essential spending is like, hey, pay for this, pay for that.
Actually, I wanted to talk like maybe I want to do some, you know, 赚快钱 赚快钱 you know, like maybe like how to say like
do illegal things
not say illegal thing but then that time okay I don't want to make it too clear but my friends advise me say that if you want to 赚快钱 you might get the risk of getting, you know, AIDS all these so he say
that's what you mean
so he say better not lah. He say like because that time I was stressed I was stressed. Actually I talking to some of my friends I say wow now I feel very stressed. Then I say maybe we want to do some way to make quick money whatever. I think he say then my friends actually those are real friends they concern for me. If they fake one they say let's go yeah I support you but then they concern they say you cannot because once you kena you jiao then so sometimes I just too stressed until like I try to think of, you know, ways to make quick money whatever
well, I mean I know you I was very amused when somebody asked you about me then you say I'm a half hater. So I accept that title, right? I'm not a full fan, but I really think that's a very bad idea because they are right, you know, like once you kena it's your body and your body cannot go backwards.
Yeah, no, because but I because at certain time I was feeling very stressed because it's really not enough
That's why you know that you see that's why it frustrates me a lot because I really feel like money is the root of a lot of your problems in life. And I feel like wherever you can cut, you must cut. And your parents, as much as they make that decision, they have to understand that this is actually taking a big toll on their son. I feel like in 20 years, right, your health and your situation, if you 走一步看一步 sometimes it's not enough. That's what savings are for. That means if I have savings, that means when danger comes,
no, but I really can't save I don't have like I can explain to you right now. It's like the time I saw you before, right? Yeah. Really can't save a single cent, especially right now with my security pay.
You cannot unless
2,008 per month.
Yeah.
How to save?
So okay it's just very tough It's just I just really feel like as a parent they also need to sometimes.
Actually, if I buy sales of 3,009, maybe I can still manage to, you know, save a few $100 per month. But 2,000 is really impossible. It's like the Grab with my fever, so it's just too high.
I see.
Yeah, just too high.
Yeah, so I feel like because you keep saying vessel job now, so that sometimes a lot of your in life, right, what you seem to hope for is like one big thing that will help you solve a lot of things. Like vessel job for me, like last time we were also talking about maybe working at NTU as a live drawing model, things like that. And it seems like you are not so into like the idea of like your mom say 脚踏实地. Is this true?
No, how do I say? Like example, the time you know why I want to join like a lot of courses.
Like you want like one big shot, then suddenly become successful.
Because
right?
I when I see those they make those advertisements, right?
Yeah.
Then I really like what envy them. Wow, they like really they got the methods which they can make you wish like in the faster times.
Like trading, affiliate marketing.
So when I see that's why like I see that wow they can talk until so well. Then I felt that if I work security job like then I will got problem forever. That's why I see that time like wow. So I thought maybe just want to give a try. Maybe after joining the course, my life will be different.
So what is your thoughts on these kind of get rich quick kind of things now? Do you still believe that this kind of thing can work? Because you went to okay, just to explain for people who don't know, right?
Yeah.
Because they actually went to quite a few. Like you joined an affiliate marketing one.
Yao Bing Wang. Then after that, the Felicia one. The Felicia one. Yeah.
You can say the name, but is it
Felicia? Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
is affiliate marketing and what else? Is that investing
stock,
one?
Stock
trading.
Stock one. Yeah.
Oh, so you went for a few.
Two. I went for two courses only.
Two courses, one affiliate marketing and one stock trading one.
Yeah.
So maybe you just say for people who don't know like the happening, like what was the takeaway from that after you went for those courses?
Okay. Example, I saw the Yao Bing Wang. That time I saw the advertisement was very, very attractive. So you say all you need to do is just spend 30 minutes only per day.
Every day.
Only then after that, using his proven system, whatever, you can earn like more than 10K per month. By just spending only 30 minutes per day. So I thought, wow. So at the time after that, I was like, wow, really excited because it seems like not until like very, I was not.
Yeah.
Then also like I feel like wow, if I work security job forever, well then now I learn the thing right. Then 30 minutes time I can actually earn 10K per month. Earn more than 10K.
I mean, it sounds very good right?
Yeah. So after that I was just like wanted to try So after when I try right, I felt that okay because actually after Albing one right, I go to join those what I call like official government one
Skills Future.
Skills Future one. They also teach the affiliate
same
marketing.
skill right?
Yeah, but when they go to teach right, actually the way is very simple. But in the course, they will make it one big now until you're very confused.
Also, what I'm hearing is that for the Alvin Huang one, where they advertise like very easy, but when you went there, it was very difficult to follow.
Yeah,
but the Skills Future one, where they advertise it very simply,
actually
it's easy to
do. It's
do.
very direct. But they purposely make it until very, very confused until I burn away.
You know why they do that?
Yeah. So that they can sell you for the advanced skill
Yeah, the even more expensive one.
Then more expensive one, they even say what you join the higher one you can make 100K per month.
How much was that one? Do you remember?
What?
How much was the next higher level one? How much?
Wow, that time was very expensive. That time I got
15K a year, that kind.
Yeah, 15K per year. After what? Then after you every month you can earn more than 100K. All these yeah. So they go one big now. Like in case like example now this is the road you just go straight.
Go straight.
But you can one now turn there. I don't need to talk one But I thought I catch no ball I catch no ball. And then also when you go for those online classes right, there are a few hundred people ask question. They don't answer all the question. But when I went for those like
Skills Future
one,
immediately answer.
Yeah, the teacher says in front of me. I went in front of her. How she teach me immediately. I know it. Yeah. So after that, I felt waste money
So after both of these things, you felt that actually none of these things actually helped. One was slightly more helpful because you learned something.
Yeah.
But overall, it did not change your life. In the way.
Oh, but because for people like us, for poor people, right, we will actually, we will want to try because it's the only way that we can maybe become rich right.
So another thing was I remember at this time right, you were very into this guy called Ronald K.
Yeah.
Right. So Ronald K, for those of you who don't know, right, in my opinion, he's a scammer, right? But I also don't know for sure. So please don't sue me, Ronald K. This is allegedly, right? So Ronald K, basically, I think his tactic is that he shows very nice watches. He buys a lot of very expensive watches, flies all around the world, go on stage and all this stuff. And then he say he can teach you his system, and then he will show his traits. He'll take screenshot like, wow,
not screenshot. The screen protector we have very big one. Not screenshot.
But on his IG also, so he'll put like,
IG also.
today I profit 2 million, you know. So it I think to the normal person who's not so informed about like stocks and stuff, it looks very attractive. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
One day he earned 2 million in profit.
Mm.
What do you feel about him now and his program? Are you still, because I remember at the time you didn't end up going with him because you could not afford it, right?
Yeah, couldn't afford it. But actually,
$4,000,
I tried to borrow money from Brand also, but couldn't
Bank,
couldn't borrow lah because of due to my job. You know, my what.
Because it's not it's not a permanent job, right? No CPF contributor or no
Yeah. Then
CPF.
what that one do though, what tax do though, whatever lah. Then I not qualified lah. Not
And
qualified
there was, because you try to go to bank and then what they try to do was to say, oh, you must return very quickly or every month need to return a lot of
No,
money,
because
right?
Brand only like 1 month return few hundred. Like in case like those private company, 1 month ask you to return
500,
1,500 or
600,
1,000 bucks, how to return? Yeah.
So what do you feel about Ronald K and that kind of cost now? Like use watch or use car to show you very nice life. Do you still believe that it works? Would you still go for his course if you could afford it?
But personally, I felt 4,000 too expensive. I mean, if you lower to like maybe 500 plus, or it's like Alvin all this, I think more people will join.
So if I could sponsor you 4K to go for Ronald K, you will go on. You still believe that works?
Sponsor me what? Means give me
I give you, yeah. You will go.
Wow, this is hard to say that because if you give me 4K, I can actually spend this 4K on like milk powder type all this.
Okay, that's a great way to take it. Okay, let's say I give you 4K now. What would you do?
Yeah.
If I give you 4K right now, what would you do with that money? How would you spend it? You can think a while. It's a bit of a weird question.
No, because actually how to say like okay, because now example you give me 4K, then I go and join the K course, there's also no like super guarantee black and white say after you join the course you can't.
I thought you say he guarantee, not proven system.
No, what I mean is there's no black and white. Like everyone can say I guarantee you, but you know when you join their course, right? Whatever, then at the end they will find a way to protect themselves.
Of course.
This is what.
But the bottom line very smart.
They never say put your IC number what they way At the end of course I super guarantee if not I return you money
Right.
right. So so that's why it's a risk
So if I give you 4K, you will not choose to do courses, is it? Is that what
I think it's too high because unless example maybe Lola K cost maybe cost 500 then I got 4,000, then I will spend 3,500 for my
your family
500 just to see whether got chance to become
Bro, do you understand what I'm trying to get to? I actually think that Ronald K is a scammer. He's, or at least he's misleading people and he's exaggerating his gains. Because there are a lot of things that he's doing. You can tell actually. I always think that people who advertise very loudly, they are doing that to gain money, and then you are their source of income. Because there are actually people who actually know how to trade, and who I'm friends with some of them. These real people, they don't advertise so loud one. They are very quiet one. And they are quietly rich. I think that's the kind of rich person I hope to aspire to be. Like people that don't, they got car, then they how they say they got car. They got watch, how they say they just, a lot of times they spend their money on like experiences. I go to trip, I go diving with my son. I don't need to show off. It's for me to know it. For me
no, because like for people like us, we are really like desperate lah. How to say desperate? I mean like we are to the point where like we really like
understand.
We hope they can find some way to make us out of poverty whatever lah.
I really with all of my heart, maybe I'm wrong, I really believe that all these things are not real. It's 幻觉, it's an illusion. The best way forward is to, like your mom says, 脚踏实地, and that is very difficult.
But the 脚踏实地
is so slow, right?
No, unless like now I 脚踏实地 right, now I'm manager different. I 脚踏实地 working. By 1 month get 6K per month. Not 脚踏实地, but
I understand.
For my education and my low pay job, right, with 脚踏实地 means it's 死路 It's like
that's tough.
So I don't know lah. So really.
Okay. So I think I tried, but maybe we can talk more about this next time. And maybe when your mindset is different, we can take this to another level. But I mean, thanks for being very honest with the difficulties that you face. I really, even though I honestly, I really don't understand because I don't have kids right now. And I'm earning enough money to cover my expenses. But
actually, a lot really like milk powder.
Yes.
It's not even 2 weeks,
It's
less than
expensive.
4-5 days finish me.
So actually, that's why I really wanted to have this talk with you, because I really think what you're saying now is actually very relevant, and a lot of Singaporeans are facing this exact problem. The idea of trying to support my bottom one, the sandwich generation, is a very real one. Because what it means is, right, because if I'm a parent, right, I would hope that I can take care of myself so that my kids can fulfill their dreams, so that they can chase their dreams when they're 20s or 30s. But if I, as a parent, don't take care of myself, right, it means that my kids have to take care of me. That means, right, it's like I'm shackling them, I'm locking them. Then they have to take care of me. They cannot fly and achieve the dreams that they want. I always feel like the best gift that my mom and dad gave me is not money or whatever. It's the fact that they take care of their own retirement. Then now I can chase my dreams. I don't have to think about giving them money every month, and that is so difficult for you to do. So thanks for sharing. So on that note, right, I think maybe I would like to maybe transit to something a bit more general. So I want to talk about yourself and the idea of self-improvement. So one of my favorite things to look forward to in your Q&A that Kate does every month is the idea of the new Kate has arrived. So can you explain to some of these viewers who are not so familiar with your monthly content, what is the new Kate has arrived? What is that?
Mostly it's about avoiding making silly mistake lah. Like I last time got make silly mistake where example I lost my wallet, then inside got a lot of money, I lost few $100. So these are mistake that should be like avoided lah. So like how to say that means like I can be like more smarter lah, than to avoid making this mistake lah. Yeah, correct.
So the result of that, like how we see this, I'll just explain to people who are not such a big follower. So what happens is that every month, or maybe on the months that Kate make mistake, he will upload like a very long slideshow with like wrestling rock music of just the new Kate has arrived, and then it will proclaim that now no more making mistakes. You are now 100, a million, or billion times smarter than you were, right? And then every time you do that on your Q&A, you will say that I guarantee you that this is the last time. But every time, or so far, there's always been a new Kate. Can you explain why? Because to us, right, let me just explain a bit. Like it doesn't make sense because you say last time already. Then why still got another one? How does that logically work out to you?
It means like even you make mistake, there's always a new start, always a new day lah. Yeah, correct lah.
Then why say that there will be no more new Kate? Why not just leave that part out?
That is what I try to hope to achieve through.
Also, it's actually a hope. It's not a fact declaration.
No, I mean, I would say that example the time like I say this will be the last time. Then suddenly I make a silly mistake. I lost few $100. I lost my wallet, all these. So then you have to restart again.
Right. So it's like, so in your head it's like, of course I have to make new one. I made a mistake. So of course new one will have to come. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because if you make mistake, it means it's like how to say it's like it's not perfect either. Like you like what like you lost your wallet.
Understand. But the problem here is that you say I guarantee that this will be the last time. Why not you change it to hopefully this is the last time?
But it doesn't sound so nice.
So it just doesn't sound so like
I mean like
confirm sure.
Okay, now you go for example like some fighting match you will say you're super
I hope I
guarantee.
defeat him.
You will say you're super guarantee defeat your opponent. Like, you will say I hope I can defeat my opponent.
Right, so in a way it's almost like pre-fight trash talk. Is it? You want to project the maximum?
No, the thing
confidence.
to make you confident. No, example you say you went for some UFC fight or whatever, one championship fight, right? Now you say to yourself, I super guarantee I can defeat you. It will give you more confidence, right? You say I think I can defeat you. I hope that I can defeat you. That means you are not confident.
Okay, I understand. But maybe I suggest this because in my opinion, right, sometimes, right, the greatest strength and the greatest confidence comes from understanding that you are flawed also, and that I'm ready to say that I may lose. So sometimes even these UFC people, I know I watch UFC also, right? I love fighters like there's this guy called Cyril Garnier, heavyweight guy. He lost to who he lost? He lost to Francis Ngannou, right? But if you see him at the interview and stuff, he is so humble one. He's like, hey, good fight. Let's go for the best. He doesn't like, hey, what the
because I watch wrestling more lah. So wrestling always a bit different from what UFC. Wrestling usually I super can win you.
The talking day, right?
So wrestling your style a bit different.
I see. So actually zooming out, I honestly think it's a great exercise, like what you do in terms of this new Kate, because what you're doing actually, right, is that you are reviewing all the mistakes that you've made. And then you're hoping that you don't do it next time. Or learning from it, that reflection. Okay. It's just that it's very confusing for me because I always feel like by you declaring that the new Kate has arrived, right, it's just like a magic thing. Like suddenly now I'm infallible and I'll not make mistakes. And my argument is that actually, right, as human, I know you half human, half god, right? As humans, or at least half humans, we are still liable to make mistakes, and that's what makes us interesting.
Okay.
And in you sharing this stuff, actually, that is my personal favorite part.
No,
of
because
documentary.
when I make example was the wallet lah, it made me feel wow.
Understand, yeah.
It's something that wow.
It
If
was
I
so stupid,
more
right?
if I'm
Yeah.
more careful, this type of thing wouldn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Because look, I lost wallet before. I one of my first videos that I made on YouTube was about how I exchanged $1,000 to go to Malaysia for a trip, right? Then I somehow stupidly I throw the money away. 1,000 I threw it in the bin.
Why throw it?
Made mistake lah,
Right.
right?
No, you don't know you throw.
I didn't know I threw. Then afterwards, shit, I put it in the bag that I threw away.
Garbage
truck come already, right? But you know the takeaway was that okay, I learned from it, but I feel like to say that now I'm going to be magically better, that doesn't help the
situation.
situation.
Not magically better. It means it's a new start lah. It's a new start for me. Like starting from this day, I think I will be like that lah. It's a new beginning for me.
So in a way, it's a bit like entertainment trash talking, is it? It's not 100%.
How to say? No, it's also to like give me confidence lah.
But you don't believe in it 100%?
No, I believe it. But then the thing is, like what you said, sometimes the one cannot be avoided. Sometimes maybe careless mistake lah. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's very interesting. So let's get onto the subject of half human, half god. Right. So you have said many times that you, for example, you will not say live for, but you will age until 44 years old, and then you will stop aging, and then you will just live forever, right? Do you genuinely think that that's what's gonna happen to you?
How to say? I mean, that is what I believe lah. I mean, believe is like something a term used in investing lah. But that is belief lah. Yeah. But in investing term they call it.
I know where that's from. Yeah.
So, how do I say? It's like you know why I like the number 4, no? Because a lot of people they don't like 4. I like 4. You know why, no? You don't know?
Is it forever?
Yeah, forever. So to me, it's like I like being forever. I like eternity lah.
Is that from your birthday? Is your birthday 4 or something?
My birthday is 4 lah, but not on April. It's June lah.
June 4th. Oh, that's
yeah.
what you like 4.
That's time when I was a kid, I saw the comic book. I don't know called what. I don't know what. 宇宙小毛球 whatever. I don't know. Like one comic book where the bandit right there, the living creature there, they won't die one. So they live for what billion years. They were still alive. Right. Then after that they say, I'm bored. Feel boring whatever. Then when I look at, I say, how will you feel bored? Living billions of years forever, eternity. That is good. I say if I'm like that, I sure happy one. So why I like 4 because 4 represent forever. It represent eternity lah. So then there's one wrestler, Goh Wei Choon, right? Where they say believe lah.
Yes, somebody told me that. It's a wrestling thing.
Yeah. So belief is something like example where if you believe in yourself, right, then this thing like will actually happen lah. So
like, when you say half god.
Yeah, so that means I believe that I can achieve this thing lah. That means like being like half human, half god lah.
But is belief based on any fact or is it you hope?
That means it's like something you believe in yourself lah. Like okay, example now actually I'm really poor lah, but I do believe that maybe one day if I'm lucky enough I will strike Toto first prize then become millionaire lah.
But isn't that a hope?
It's something that I hope, but it's more of like higher confident hope.
So it's a higher level of hope lah. Right?
Yeah, which you believe that this thing will happen lah.
So if you, let's say you reach 44 years old, right, then go beyond, then you see that your body is actually aging. Like let's say you're 60 years old, like, actually I did not stay at 44. Then what does that mean? Will you be crushed? Like, oh no, I'm not half this, half that.
No, because I would say like the list that the wrestler the give me right, we teach us the belief right. It means like you really 100% believe in yourself lah.
But if your belief doesn't come true, even so, if it's 100% it doesn't come true, doesn't that rock your confidence because your belief is not real? You know what I mean?
But sometimes you have to really believe to give yourself hope, to give yourself confidence. Like example now I poor, so I will tell myself I believe one day I will strike Toto first. At least you will still like how to say there's a hope or something lah. They will still like you still feel like
I know
better
what you mean.
or something. Yeah.
I know what you mean because they call it nowadays. They call it manifest. What manifest means right is that 我会把这个东西 变成事实, that means like in believing it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You put together the right mindset.
Yeah.
Then when you do the thing also, you have a certain energy to it because you have this belief, right? Very strong belief or stronger level of hope, right? That affects the way you do something. Then that becomes real or has a higher chance of becoming real.
Yeah.
But you go first, sorry.
But in my mind, I will believe that it's real.
Yeah. So won't it make you damn depressed if you fully believe that it doesn't come true? You know what I mean?
Then have to wait for the day to come first.
But you're not scared that you'll be, oh shit, I'm aging. You know, I'm physically now 50 years old. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it make you even sadder?
I don't know, because when you believe, you feel more confident yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I get it because what is happening here, I think, is that how you interpret the word belief or belief is different from what we and words is like that, got many different meanings, right? One word can be. So your actual definition of belief is that it is a very, very powerful hope.
Yeah, there's something that which is really like real to me.
But you will readjust if you realize that this did not come true.
Yeah, so but now I believe is like that. Yeah.
So you strongly hope, almost to the point of real actual factual belief that you are half God. Is that accurate to say?
Because actually when I was like little kid, right? My hope actually was to live forever. For million years, for billion years.
Like that 小毛宇宙 or something.
Then after that, forever won't get old, forever young. Yeah.
So you say that you don't understand why it's boring. I can understand why it will be boring, you know. Because right, if you have experienced everything there is to experience, you'll be like, I understand everything, I've seen everything, this pattern I see before. Wouldn't you be very bored?
Don't know, to me, like living forever, millions of billion years, right? To me, it's happiness.
What if the world ends and then there's no more human but just you left? Wouldn't you be very bored?
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's just you on an empty planet. Everything is now found and dead. Then it's just melted plastic and toxic waste. Very boring.
That's a different thing. But I mean, if let's say still got human beings, of course, you won't feel boring.
So if you live until the last human is wiped off the planet, then will you just kill yourself? Is that what you will do?
No.
So you just sit there in the poison wasteland like, oh shit, I'm now immortal. Then I guess this is it. I think that's what they mean when they say I'll be very bored. You know.
I think one. I don't know.
You think one?
Very hard to answer this question because I think the thing won't happen when we won't have a single human being.
I think maybe possible. You know, they say AI. You heard about AI recently?
What AI?
Artificial intelligence. The idea that they are now these softwares are so powerful, right? That they can do incredible things. Like if you you haven't heard of AI?
AI is what? Say what?
AI stands for artificial intelligence. So it means, right, there's this thing called ChatGPT. I won't go too deeply into it, but if you type something inside, right, it can reply you in a way that is really like a real human. To the point where, you know, PSLE, right? Some of them are saying that you send this robot and it's not coded. It's not programmed by somebody. This thing is just capable as the machine, right? This machine is capable of learning by itself. So whenever you ask it a question, it will go online, quickly search everything, and then give you an answer. And this is like on the fly, they adjust as they go. To the point where they give it at if you give it PSLE, let's say standard testing, right, it will pass the PSLE.
But what does it have to
do with the end of humanity, right? So they are saying that right now, right, a lot of these like tech billionaire people like Elon Musk, who runs that car company, he's saying like, hey, can we just please stop AI for a while? Because they believe, right, that if the robots get so intelligent, right, that they will destroy humanity. That's why I think I can sort of understand why in some future maybe humankind no more already. Because you know some animal go extinct, right? Yeah, so maybe next time human can die. You'll be damn bored.
Have to wait to see.
You'll be so horny, then what, you have sex with kangaroos?
Have to wait to see then see. Yeah.
Okay, so on that note, maybe we don't talk so far into eternity, right? I want to ask you this question generally speaking. If you, I know today you are saying you ipu can't ipu, right? What would you think your life is like in 5 years' time if this currently continues?
There's nothing can be changed really. I mean, if I can, because you see a lot of people they just don't understand. You see example like, how do I say? Like security costs. What I having now is actually it's a very high rank already. It's like triple S,
right? Security, senior security supervisor.
So people say what you know upgrade. I will upgrade from S1 until triple S, you know.
So it's the max that you can upgrade, is it?
No, because the still got one more is CSO. But the thing is, it doesn't require CSO. In fact, actually, now example, let's say condominium, right? The most they need is a SS supervisor. Why they want to pay for triple S?
Yeah.
It like senior security supervisor, They can just pay for security supervisor, double S enough. So even if you get CSO, there's no requirement for that. Yeah.
So there's not much like progression opportunity.
Yeah. So yeah, correct.
So you've been doing security for damn long, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think the industry is the way it is? Do you have any idea why that might be? Why is it that the security line is so difficult to progress? Because I have some guesses, and do you have any idea?
I think maybe because of the clients don't want to pay. Actually, it's not say don't want to pay lah. A lot of time because also, example like that vessel actually the vessel
is in the ship
right? Ship
on the shipyard.
So example actually they pay quite a lot to the agency, but the agency also only pay this amount to the security.
Of course, yeah, it's like that,
yeah. So if they can pay higher, not say too much, just a bit like higher. Of course we can improve our life, our financial also lah.
I see.
Yeah,
so here's what I guess is going on, and I'm not an expert in the security industry, so I'm just basing on what I see outside. I think what's happening is that if you're a local person, right, and you're trying to do a security line, right, it's very difficult for you because it is a line of job that you can easily get foreigners to do it, right? And foreigners, because we're born, I'm from Malaysia, right? You're born in Singapore. Singapore is a very rich country, right? That means your citizens, right, have a very high cost of living. What that means also, right, is like Malaysians like myself or Indonesian, right, Filipino, nearby one, right, or Bangladeshis will want to come here, and because they are from a country that is poorer, it's not so expensive to live in Malaysia, right? I'm willing to take way less salary to do the same job that you do. And security is a line where being a local person doesn't add much to it. Maybe you add some things like if I'm working at a condo, my ability to talk to like an auntie who's local better, right? Because the auntie, 你不要 park 这边可以吗? Then she immediately understand. But apart from that, I feel like maybe that's why, because you as a Singaporean, your cost of living very high because you live in expensive Singapore.
Yeah.
But then I come from Malaysia. I earn here, I go back 3 times the money.
Yeah.
That's why I also feel sometimes maybe you're in an industry that is being disrupted very heavily by cheaper foreign labor. Do you think that could be the case?
Actually, not just security lah. Actually, a lot like even
landscaping, construction,
F&B line, line waiters is also low pay. It's also low pay. It's not. It's always a range. Even you do F&B, what you can be the manager, whatever. You can earn maybe like 3K plus 3.2, 3.3. After CPF, it's still like 2006, 2007 only. Even if a manager, whatever.
But would you agree that the security line is not? I think it's very demanding because you work a 12-hour shift. Right? That's very hard. But would you agree when people say that it's also sometimes quite chill? Chill. Like you mentioned a lot the idea of 做波兰, do nothing, right?
Actually, it's really depend on the day shift or night shift lah. Because day shift so very busy one lah. Yeah, I worked day shift before. Yeah.
Does it pay more?
No, same pay. Same pay. Yeah.
So do you think like it would be better if they rewarded you if you were gonna work harder? If you day shift, they pay more. Then would you do day shift?
Because if you only pay $10 more lah, I thought it's not worth lah. Because how to say like, unless it's really a big difference lah, like maybe like $1,100 per month difference lah. Okay, if only like maybe one day $10 difference lah, 1 month only give you $250+ difference, right? Then I felt it's not worth lah. Because I don't like life that's too stressed lah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, how do I say? It's like, how do I say? Okay, example now. Okay, example because now I like acting lah. I like acting. Okay.
Yes, you like acting.
So I can have a lot of acting work in the Mediacorp, but that is not stress to me because I like what I do.
Right. So it might be stressful to some other people, but you naturally like acting.
So I may be acting few days, I have whole day whatever, but I like the job.
But you don't like security.
Yeah, so I don't like the stress of the lorry come here, then do this, do that, like all day like I don't like the type of job. So this when I know something I don't like, right, then I cannot take the stress. It's not say I cannot take the stress because you lazy, you cannot take the stress. If something I like, Okay, I can be whatever some mediocre artist, whatever. Maybe whole day busy, but I won't feel stressful. I can take the stress. I enjoy what I'm doing. Yeah lah. So yeah lah, yeah.
But I think there's not a lot of people that will say that my dream is to be a security guard, right?
No lah, because like given my low education, there isn't much choice also lah. Yeah, there isn't much choice also. Then also, how to say, people care why you become food rider, but
Need to learn to 踏脚车 or have
I don't know. I don't know how to use Google Map. I don't know to see direction. I will lost my way.
Oh, you still don't use Google Map?
I will lost my way lah. No, how to say? I mean like, how do I say? The Google Map. Okay, it's like I know it's the picture or they go here, but I I want to see the physical thing. Example, like physical
The MRT
picture.
station.
Now it's this what the picture is MRT.
Oh,
then,
I see. You need the guide to tell you here is what it looks like. Go down here. Turn
now
left.
example, now the phone show me this is MRT station. This
the
one,
map lah. The map you can't quite understand.
the map I know lah. You here, but actual place you very hard to find.
That one I agree lah. Sometimes I get lost also lah. But I feel like so the directional thing. So you can point with your phone. Then your guy on the phone will also turn. You can use that, right? Have you tried before?
The one I don't know how to try. I use those. I got tried before to use Google. They will say, oh, this direction and where, but I see the thing. I still lost because it's quite different from the actual place. On the phone, the map is just very direct or like that only. But actual place, there are a lot of thing here, thing there. Thing there.
So if you use Grab, I know you don't use Grab also, but Grab sometimes the pickup point very hard to find. They will have picture. They will say, go and find subway, turn right, then the exit is on. Then they will have the arrow there to point. You need that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the security guard thing first, right? I think have you thought about then joining another line?
I couldn't think of other way because of my education. Actually, how do I say? I thought like maybe example maybe if it can I don't mind to maybe change career. Maybe to higher pay job, maybe like lawyer whatever lah. I heard people say, but people say very hard. People say it's not easy. It's not easy, right?
The exam alone, the school fee is a lot.
Yeah.
The pension is a lot.
To need to study alone, you see what study cost is a lot already. Then how to change job? Then what else can they change?
Right.
Yeah.
I want to come back to something you said that I thought was very interesting. That you said that you're somebody who don't like stress, and you have explained what you mean by that. It's not like you're lazy.
No, it's not. It's not. I cannot take stress. It's like I cannot take stress that the thing that I don't like.
But I would. What do you think when then people argue back and say that? But actually, sometimes that's what life is, And if you want good things in life, you have to be
because
able
I
to
can
take
easily get depression one.
Right.
Like same the reason why I wear belt because last time I actually working in a shopping mall, right? Shopping center, and then a lot of people go and recognize. Then I feel like very paiseh. Because imagine like now if you see like Jian Nao Tan, take course, you won't see them working as security guard. So to me, like when people see like Kurt, I will feel like how come these people this one do YouTuber one then work as security guard It's like it's a famous people, Yeah, you won't see Jian Nao Tan standing at the Jian Nao Tan, security guard standing there, guarding the place, So that time I was having depression. Then after that was actually why I started wear belt. Then because I will get depression easy one. That's why it's not say
that's why it's hard for you to do something that you don't like.
Unless the thing I like example like acting then very very busy whole day stressful to me. But I enjoy the job. Then but if I already don't like the job stand under hot sun do this do that then you still take the stress I will go depression
I see.
Yeah.
Do you think it will be possible to shift your mindset somewhat to say like maybe
somewhat same pay
Right.
It's not getting more pay, right?
Do you think you could ever get into a kind of mindset where I take pride in the fact that even though I don't like it, I do a damn good job and I show up every day and I take pride in it?
No,
even though I don't like it.
No, but I think it's the same pay. You're getting the same pay. So what for are you are still getting the same pay?
So okay, I get your point. What for, right, is for your own code.
Yeah.
This is my pride that I do it fucking well. You know what I mean or not? Like, is it able to? Because for example, right, let me give you an example. I recently went to Japan, right, and I was amazed because everybody there, right, it's like in America you hear more about like in the Western world you hear more about like the individual. Like I am a badass guy. I'm gonna change the world. I can do whatever I want. In Japan, I find that it was reversed where everybody thinks of themselves as a part of a machine, and you feel like, but I don't want. I want to be the star. But they take pride in that. So for example, right, I was riding the train. Every single train staff, right, when they exit the carriage, they stand up, they bow, and then they go out. Every single one, even if nobody even looking at them. And I think like why they do that and they take pride in it is because I'm a small part of this huge system, and me doing my part well means that there are proper trains running with good service and clean carriages for everybody else and they take pride in that. Do you see yourself being able to do the work not for the money's sake but for that pride and for the productivity that I'm contributing to society's sake?
No, the thing is, if you doing the extra thing, right?
Yeah.
And you don't get
Paid for
extra pay.
Yeah, I understand.
Then why would you care for this one? Right? I mean, like, why now you see like the day shift and night shift, right? Why we are getting exactly the same pay? So why should I do something that is
because
but
you are
it's more
an
tougher.
excellent individual, because you take pride in the fact that you deliver excellence everywhere you go, no matter whether you get paid extra for it or not. I'm not saying do a lot extra. I'm saying do the job as well.
No, but end of the day, you're still getting financial purpose. It's still the same. You're still feeling stressful. You're still getting a lot of financial thing. It's not. It doesn't solve anything, right? Right.
Financial problem which
Yeah.
I also argue can be solved. It's just that you have to somehow have this disagreement with your parents. But anyway, we discussed that.
Okay.
I see your POV lah.
Yeah.
So that's great. I think I also want to ask about so okay, I think we've how long already, Abdul?
An hour 10.
An hour 10. Okay, so
Okay.
at any point if you want to stop, we can stop.
Yeah,
But
yeah, just say,
let me. I also have a few other questions.
no problem.
I want to ask you about your parents, and please
Yeah.
just feel free to not
Yeah,
say
can.
if it violates
Yeah,
your
can.
privacy or what. And maybe you answer also. You try to be careful about not revealing too much. But I just kind of generally understand.
I know how to.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
So maybe you can tell me about your upbringing. What was it like? What was your relationship with your parents like? What kind of childhood did you have with your parents?
Oh, they actually very care for me lah. Like actually got mentioned before. Even my QA, like even when my studies not very good, they still buy the toy for me. So example, last time I was at nearby my parents' coffee store lah. So I was paying the remote car lah. Then after that, got auntie and her son pass by. Then her son say, "Wow, I got the remote car." Then his mother say, "Oh, it must be because I got the good result. That's why my parents buy for me."
And you said, "No, auntie, I failed."
No, then his mother go and ask me. Then I say, "No, I pass only. Maybe I think
3 subjects
50 or 100. I can't
see,
remember
I
lah.
see. Right.
Then after she hear already, she feel a bit paiseh. She feel what paiseh. Then her son say, "Hey, see lah, he never get good result. He also can get whatever." So
that's damn funny.
yeah, so
So they always buy things for you.
So that's why now I'm as a father, I will same thing. I care for my children also. I will buy toy for them also.
But did they ever set targets for you? Like, I would like you to try to at least pass 3 things or 5 things or get this kind of score. Was there ever something?
No, they won't visualize you one. Some parents will say, you must get 80 mark, 90 mark, your mark drop, I not happy. They won't. As long as you got hardworking, right, they stay you study, they won't visualize you to get high marks for everyone.
So you did study, right?
I did study. Actually, my result was very good until in the mid part of secondary school, which I could explain in my Q&A video before. But maybe some people they don't watch lah. Okay, so my results start to go down at the can't remember the set 3 whatever. Example, maths lah. Before set 1, set 2 was very good until since the teacher came then the classes made very noisy because the teacher that time came one Chinese guy. The classes wear only very big one.
Okay.
He was very timid one.
Right.
The classmates see him come they not scared one. Run here, run there, big boy, pa. Even he talk mic I also cannot hear what he talk. No. Can you imagine that? No? So that time my studies start to go down.
Because of that one teacher.
No, because
right? Just one teacher.
Maths, my maths start to feel now. Because the time strange. Then after that, then but I was very hardworking one. I hardworking one because when they see me study one, I'm not that type like don't like to study one.
So when you say you hardworking, what does that mean? Is it you study every day few hours or what?
I will revise my homework because set 1, set 2 actually my I having the result quite good one.
What is quite good?
Means like I pass many subject then all like 70, 80 marks above one.
Wow.
Yeah. Until set 3, until set 3 start to go down.
Wow.
Set 3 start to go down.
But I mean, you mentioned that one teacher with the very big glasses. Do you think a lot of it was because of that? Then that one subject pull down, then you feel demoralized, then everything else also start to go. Cannot be just one teacher, right?
Because it was quite long maybe because my study start to go down at the mid part lah. My maths become very jialat because I cannot hear what a single thing of what the teacher is teaching lah. Then after that, then the full thing I can't remember so long already lah. But then I know my studies start to drop lah.
Then actually what happened? I mean, like I'm not a very big. I don't care so much about results and stuff, but in Singapore it's a very big thing, right? So did you complete did you complete your secondary school? What was the thing? What
No,
happened?
my second school, my set 5 was I call it half cert lah, half O level.
Normal acad. Normal academy.
I normal academy, not normal technical. Then after that means like half cert lah, but people don't understand. It means like
What's half?
it's like
They
only
tear in half, they give
no
you.
no, it's only 2 credit lah.
Or
I
2
think
credits that you.
That means it's not enough to go to polytechnic lah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Then after that I go to ITE. They don't have the course that I interested. What electronic? I'm not interested because it's something interested I can. Then what electronic 电子 all this
Yeah, it's engineering lah, right?
I got no interested to learn what all this electronic thing.
Yeah.
Then some more the time when I went to the Yishun ITE, right, then I swear again, meet one teacher. In class I don't understand. After class I go and approach him. He also don't want to teach me, no.
Wow.
Then after that then I changed. Then the course I also don't like. Then after that I changed to what building drafting. Then I had IT Bedok.
Drafting.
But that time I don't know why, because I was like, because my interest is in acting.
Yeah lah, but last time no this kind of course, right? It's more
Hey,
engineering.
what?
Have
You mean what type of course? What?
Acting course.
Acting course had by the Singapore Media Academy, the Media Court lah.
SMA lah.
Which is why I get to know Wen Long lah.
Oh, so you met Wen Long at one of these days?
Yeah, the acting class lah. So like.
Wait, but IT don't have media and media
No
comms.
The time I ITE, I just want to study the course, then only got what electronic, what all this.
Engineering more hands-on kind of thing.
Then after that I learned what building drafting. Then after that was so far. I had ITE Bedok. Then I'm like, I just don't have the interest to go and learn.
Right.
I felt like very sian. After that I say I just after the Yishun ITE Yishun the electronic one I went for a short while. Then I went to ITE Bedok for a short while. I think less than 1 month.
Bedok very far. Right?
Less than 1 month. Then after that I quit. Then after that I not long I just wait for then go inside the army way.
So what did your parents say when? So you drop out from IT? Is that what it is?
I quit.
You quit, right?
I never study the whole thing. What is the 1 month?
And what did your parents say about that? Were they upset or not?
No, actually they, like I said, they always like they want like force me to. They felt if I'm not happy to study the course, then no point to force myself lah.
Oh, so they actually quite okay lah.
Yeah.
Oh, because actually what your parents say very similar to what my mom told me. She say like, I don't need you to be top student, but just try your best.
Yeah, even like example like my time my set 5 right like so called fail only got 2 credit. They won't say wow score. Yeah, some parents will score. Why you score fail? But they won't pressurize you one.
Is it? So they just okay lor, like that.
Just say okay. I mean they know you will try your best already lah. Because they can see I got study hard for the exams. Yeah.
So when it comes to your kids, I mean like now they're still very how old are your kids?
My son 4 years old lah. 4 years old. Then my daughter 2 years old lah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So 4 years, that means in 3 years he's gonna go to primary 1. And would you said you would be the same kind of parents that your parents were to you, right? You won't pressurize them.
I won't pressurize.
At all. You won't pressurize.
No, I mean like pressurize is not a good thing, because you pressurize they will feel pressure. Then you see some TV where their cases they shouldn't feel pressurized until they want to cut themselves. It's not good.
It's a real problem.
It's not good. Yeah.
But do you understand, or are you able to see why some parents might pressurize their kids to do
Yeah,
so?
I can see, but then it's not a good way. It's not a good way. I mean, their intention is they want to have a good future, but then they never think they still young. Inner feeling not so cannot take it, whatever.
I see. But would you agree that sometimes as kids, right, you don't really understand in terms of like in the future what a good result might be able to do for you? Meaning, right, if I have good results, then I have more choices. Not say good result to be scientist or mathematician or lawyer, doctor, but for example, I was interested in art. Like I'm a comic artist, right? So I always wanted to study drawing. But even the drawing course in poly and uni, right, need to pass at least some basic English or basic math. You know, so if I fail, I won't be able to study that. So even if I'm not doing it to be like doctor, lawyer, that kind, it still was important for me to at least get that basic pass. So if your children was at that point where they're failing everything, for example, would you think about maybe applying some pressure?
No, I never always felt it's good to pressure.
How about, okay, let me give a scenario and you see if I'll pretend to scold my child or pressurize my child and you see if it's too much, right? So let's say my child name is Xiaoming, right? I'll say, hey Xiaoming, I see that your result, you're failing everything, you know? So can we just say that every day you study 1 hour on each subject, then I will study with you Then he cry and say, no, you have to do this. I never scold. You have to do this because I'm trying to watch out for you, and in the future you will thank me. You must do it, otherwise I will not buy you the next toy. Do you think that's too much?
For your tone like this, okay lah. But I see some, the TV acting or they really the face so fierce, then they scold one, shout one. That one is not good lah. But if you use this type of tone, then it's okay lah.
Then okay, I think that what I just did counts as pressurizing.
But I felt that it's not really. You are just trying to, how to say like.
So I never scold. But you see, I got threatened. The threat is not a verbal threat, but it's like I will not buy you the Pokemon or whatever toy you want.
But your tone is right lah. Your tone. It's not like you don't buy, I don't buy.
So would you do what I just did if your son and daughter was failing, for example?
I will still like how to say like. Maybe I won't use the one that if you no then I won't buy one lah. I will still encourage lah, but I won't like want to use something though. If you never pass, then I won't buy lah.
Can we do a bit of role play? So if you had just said to me what I said, right? But you leave out that I don't buy you. Then I'm your kid, right? I go like, I don't care, I don't want, nothing's affected. I still get my toy, right? Okay, then I don't care, I don't study. I'll just go and play downstairs. I don't care. Then how would you respond?
I'll say that your this education is very important for your future.
I don't care.
So you have to study hard lah, so that your future can be better lah.
I don't want, but I just want to play right now. Can or not? I just want to play.
I don't know because actually my method is always like that. Even now you see actually my son now is getting a bit naughty lah. But even if I use hand to beat whatever, right, it won't change him.
I see.
Yeah, it won't change him lah.
Oh, you beat him before?
No, never beat him before. But I never scold him until recently. I was very angry because my son started naughty. He used his hand to beat my daughter, beat his sister face. A lot of time. Then my sister, then his sister with my daughter cry lah. So that time, I was still very angry because my mother asked him to stop. Then he still want to continue to beat her. Then that was the time was the first time I scold my son.
Then he will cry.
He never cry because I scold, but not until like
or you
do
the tone that you just said. You use that way to say, "Hey, don't beat me."
No. Not that time. It's more hard. Not so gentle lah. Not so gentle.
But did your dad ever scold you when you go? So they never pressurize when it comes to grades, but when it comes to disciplining lah, when you do naughty things or things that they don't like, did he ever scold you, your dad?
I know we
raise his voice or
I know we do naughty things when I was young. Actually, I was very quiet one.
Is it?
Yeah. I know like what.
Your mom also never scold at all. Your mom also never scold at all.
They don't usually scold lah. They don't usually scold one. Yeah.
The reason why I asked is that because I also read last time on your IG when you were still posting on Instagram, you had some arguments with your dad. And it seemed like he might be the kind to. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily wrong also, but sometimes he'll raise his voice like when he maybe now when you.
You're talking about which cases?
I don't want to say the exact case lah, but I mean there was that whole Hong Kong, all that thing, and then you all.
Oh no, because you're talking about the Vietnam trip one, right? I think you're talking about Vietnam trip where you take the photo one. I think it's he's a bit like swaku. That's why I was a bit pissed off lah. Taking photo of the picture of the thing, you feel like what? Later the relative see like what? Feel like very normal what? Take photo of food, you also feel like that. So that was like a bit angry lah.
But do you all still argue? Do you all argue regularly or something like that?
No lah, only the time went overseas, then he was a bit like how to say scared. He's scared how people see us or whatever lah. But take the photo of food is normal lah. A lot of people also take photo of food.
I think it's normal. I mean, every household got conflict. Then me and my wife, even though we only two of us in the house, we also argue. But it has to be really hard because for those of you who don't know, Kurt lives in a 3-room flat that his parents own, and there's 6 people living in that flat. So that's gotta be very tough, when you are having a shared space. Then also I think any person in an in-law situation is already a bit difficult, So there's bound to be a lot of conflicts in the household from time to time. Right?
Okay,
Do you find that to be okay? Like, would you like to eventually move out?
No, because we don't have the money like to buy a bigger house. Even now, my wife and me, the maximum we can buy is 3 room only, the BTO.
But why do you even want to move out? Isn't it okay to just be together?
I don't know because my wife insists or wanted to have our own house also lah.
Right.
And since we can get the BTO, then we just get lah.
And y'all actually managed to get a slot, right? For the,
Yeah.
the Yishun one.
Yeah, quite. We're
And-
gonna make payment in April, then wait for the house to build a few years later, then we get the
So
key.
confirm already.
Yeah, confirm
You're
it,
gonna
confirm
do
it,
it.
But the thing is, it's actually not what we want because I was actually thinking I want to get 4 room, 5 room so
Oh,
that my
expensive,
parents
eh?
can move together.
Then the old house, how? That they
No, now
currently-
the thing is my parents they doesn't want to move to the new house, so
Why don't want? Same neighborhood, right?
What?
Same, still Yishun, right?
Yishun, but it's different. It's like it's very far from here.
Singapore
Like
so
my
small.
son's school is very nearby our house.
Change to another one.
Oh lah, then after that they also live here many years already. So
they
now
don't
my
want to
parents say, what's the point of 3 room move to 3 room? It's either the same.
I mean newer house lor.
No lah, I mean some of your house is more smaller also.
Yeah.
Your
it's
side
like
are more
that lah.
smaller lah.
Right.
Yeah lah. But then, however, my wife she felt maybe don't know more she wanted to have the own house lah. Yeah lah.
So
So we're
wait,
fine,
so just to be clear, you have already paid the deposit.
No, I haven't. April.
This is your second time applying, right? Because you all applied one time and then you reject, correct?
Actually, I visited 2 times.
Oh, rejected 2 times.
Not 1 time, 2 times. One time was the 5 room one not
Oh.
enough money lah. Then the second time was the actually I don't know like those leftover then like
Sale of balance flat.
then
SBF,
I thought new one, but in the end it's like misunderstanding. I thought that one got people
but
live
it's
before one.
quite new leh.
No, but
It's okay
no
lah,
because
no.
my parents, even my wife also
mindset
is like 01 is
dirty
30 lah because we see TV before lah. So there are sometimes even got ghost thing whatever lah. Maybe got people die before. We so we even my wife also believe in this sort of thing. My wife, me, my parents, we all believe this sort of 30 thing. So we want totally brand new one.
But isn't everywhere haunted like that? I mean, you talk about like ghosts because ghosts is just people that die, right?
No, if new one, confirm no people die before
But
the house.
the land is old, you know.
No, yeah, it's different. But you know, in the house, right, the house people live before.
Oh,
like,
so it's the internal space lah.
Yeah,
they
because I
haunt
see
the
TV before
inside
last time, the
space.
old house. Then the people die before, then the new owner go inside, and then they got ghosts, the ghosts are the kids,
I see.
yeah. People who don't believe in ghosts, ghosts is nothing, yeah, lah.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's interesting.
it's not that I scared ghosts, but
Yeah.
it got that dirty thing. I don't want anything to happen to my young children, whatever, lah. Yeah.
That's interesting because they call it I forgot the term that they call it. There's a term for it. Stigmatized housing, right? Meaning like somebody hang themselves inside the house, right?
Whatever lah.
Then the bank take over, then the bank want to sell, right? So
yeah.
I believe I heard this about, for example, in the United Kingdom, you've got this kind of housing, right? The agent, if you ask, they have to tell you, oh, actually somebody died here, you know. But if you don't ask, they don't have to tell you. So right, I posit this to you just for fun question, right? If there's a house that I can give to you for free, 4 room, right? Really decent one, but got people die inside before.
Because no one lah.
Free, you don't want
No lah. Later you free, then you gonna haunted by a ghost then how?
Wow, I take, you know.
No, if really you say if you now you tell me that this house got people die before, it means they might be still spirit house, then they will actually cause danger to your life or even to your children's life. Yeah.
Or at least try it out to see the ghost evil one or not, you know.
No lah, it's like you want to take the risk.
Okay,
Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah.
Right. So right now the status with your new place is that you already got a BTO slot issued and you're waiting to construct.
Yeah, but actually no difference because even apply we still living in my parents' house.
So you won't go and live there?
No, my parents they doesn't want to move.
No, your parents don't move, but you and your wife and your kids move over.
No. My parents say our kids will stay with them.
Then you and your wife move over to the new one.
Yeah, that's why like that. If like that, then because my wife said by right lah, because the children is ours. Actually, we can.
It's your kids, right?
No, but the thing is, like I respect my parents lah. I mean, they also want to do after the children also. We also don't feel safe for them to do after by mates lah.
But can't they look after? I mean, in the morning when you are working, then.
No, it's okay lah. So
6
after that,
PM,
then the time was suggesting because they say the school more convenient, more nearer. That's why I was saying like maybe school holiday we will move to our new house.
everybody. Or just the
Yeah,
kids?
everybody lah. So maybe we move to our new house only
But 3
during
room move to smaller 3 room. Actually
only
make a
during
bit
school holiday lah.
right?
During school holiday, that means like 1 year maybe we stay there for 2 months only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah lah. But no, that's why in the first place that's why I want to buy 5 rooms so that at least it's more reasonable. For more smaller space move to bigger space.
I see.
Now from bigger space move to smaller space because the 3 room new one is more smaller. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
I find it a bit unusual lah because usually you move together or parents stay here, but the kids should be with you, ma. It stopped, is it?
This one overheated. This one still rolling.
Then we just go with this one first, yeah, because this is bonus anyway.
Okay.
Hey, please tell me if you will go.
No, okay.
I think I will maybe ask about one more line or question, then I end it already.
Okay.
Right, so I want to ask you about storage space. And feel free to.
Okay.
So, do you still currently have a storage space?
Yes.
It's only one, right?
Only one, yeah.
And I'm guessing it's what, 100, 200 plus?
Or 250 per month. It's
250
very
per
big.
month. Yeah, it looks
It's even
huge,
like I say, like even bigger than here, no?
Bigger than here.
Bigger than here.
But you know, 250 a month is a lot, I think. I don't think it's that essential.
I like how to say like I see some of the comments, like example, my enemy is good all this. They say it's called what the thing like how to say like
It's
you
hoarding.
舍不得 to throw away the thing like,
Hoarding
it's like sentimental to you like that.
Yeah.
Like example like those 老夫子 you know, the comic book lah, Royal comic book, like it's like my childhood thing lah. So even though like I now like not really need to use them but I still felt that if throw away I will be like really really sad lah. It's like
every month,
yeah, but it's like so called I call that
纪念价值
a thing that very hard for me to control, to let go whatever lah. Normal people will say they mind but then for me it's like very hard lah.
I mean, I can relate because I also don't like throwing things away.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes life is like that. You need to.
Then sometimes you know even now I got the space right.
Yeah.
Okay, actually at first it was at the another place called Extra Space but then at first it's called Extra Space. At first it's a different company. Extra Space take over.
Right.
So yeah,
they changed
your rental
thing,
fee
right?
keeps on increasing.
Yeah, of course.
So after that I go and change storage space. And actually I told a lot of things. It's not say I don't where to throw.
Already, yeah.
Because I'm moving to a new one. Then after that time I throw a lot of things away. Then I moved to the new storage space. And example let's say I say now, example now bigger than here, right?
Yeah.
And now it's not fully occupied because wherever now my house got thing full area, I will move to my storage space.
Oh my goodness.
So but I won't like after this one full area I go and rent another one. No. If let's say example not really fully full I will really go there whole day, see which one there throw. Then I will just keep to this space only example Maybe example this is the storage space some people say this time full way how then you went 2, 3, 4, 5 and no, that's not the case I won't have the money Then I will choose to throw away some of the things inside, then to bring the new thing.
Wow, I really
but
feel like
that means I will still maintain here. I won't like overboard until not enough full way then second one then full way third one then I won't go until that extent because it's really full way right. Then I will throw away certain things. That time actually at the Extra Space I throw a lot of things away. I throw a lot of things. I was also feeling sad away, but I felt like no choice. I have to throw certain things to move to a new one.
Okay, because you already have the mindset of it, i.e. like you understand your limit, you will not keep beyond that limit.
Yeah.
But why can't you just bring that limit down a bit?
Because my house every day often got things full. If I know where storage space right, then the thing there's no way to move.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you are not keeping everything that is sentiment. Not just everything. You also go and filter, right? You're not like blind and just keep everything.
Yeah.
So why not you just bring that level down to where you can keep everything in the house? Then you won't go beyond
no
that.
house, no space. We got space.
But you are already throwing things. You know what I mean? Because 200 is 50. It's a lot of money every month, dude. Right? You think about it in a year, it's like $6,000, right? Something like that.
But you see,
my math is wrong.
But you see, some people they smoke. They also spend a lot of money on the
yes,
cigarette.
Smoking is not good also in terms of cost.
So it's actually they are thinking my thing actually is the same.
Then you must cut lah. That's my opinion lah. Must cut.
But you see, they also smoke. They also never cut. They also
okay, that's their problem. But you can better your life by cutting. In my opinion, really can.
Yeah, but the thing is okay. But people you see even now cut by the 250 won't still help so much in my financial thing. You will still now I cut away.
I will. I think it's a lot of money, right? Okay, let's go 250 right times 12 is $3,000 every year. That is quite a bit of money if you can put that aside and don't touch it. That will give you so much float that when your career is in a bit of a change, you have enough to say suddenly you cannot work. Let's say something happened. $3,000 that you have saved over a year can keep you maybe safe for a few months. That means right, you might not have to go and like they say do the weird job that might have this kind of weird.
No, actually,
it can save you.
Actually, like example, you every time you give me like the financial advice, why not you give me another advice to switch to a better career? What that can help me better?
Let me tell you why. Because that one is not so much in my control. Because the money stuff right is black and white.
No, because if I can get a better career, I get a higher pay.
But what is better career? You see, better career is a very
higher pay.
Higher pay is not in my control. It's not in the account control. Higher pay will still need you to be able to get the job. That's the thing, you see.
No, I mean like no, because you see like, example, I read some comments. They say, hey, maybe you don't upgrade yourself in the security, but they don't understand security, right? That's the maximum that I can upgrade. But what I try to mean is like, you can give some solution. Maybe you attend different courses, different career that can switch career, that can help me to change career. I get a better higher pay.
That's great. I think that would be a great solution. So maybe
rather than you just storage space SD card, then I still earning low pay security.
Okay, so right, you're right. So maybe I should have said that, right?
Yeah.
But I also argue that a lot of what you said, right, will make it very difficult for me to suggest any type of career upskilling because your conditions for upskilling and what you're able to accept, i.e., right, you say I don't want stress, I want something I'm interested in. I don't think such a thing exists.
No. Okay, example. Lawyer, example. I give example lawyer.
Example. Yeah.
It might be stressful. Okay, but
you want to take?
No, wait.
You can take. It's okay.
It's okay.
I don't
want to do it.
Can. Okay. Lawyer may be stressful, yeah, you were saying.
Wait. Give me or you don't talk.
Okay.
Hey.
Hang out already.
Just give me 1 minute.
Okay. Take your time. This one back.
Shh. Sorry. 啊？哦，8到了，跟等然后聽到我9個5點多呢，那是要再加，是要怎麼加了哈？我係冇4點9個至5點再高一個啦。啊，4點9個至看再高一個 ，OK 啊 ，OK，
And then we start again.
Okay.
Give us 10 seconds.
Let me see if they still too hot.
Yeah. Should be okay, right?
Should be better now.
Yeah.
Don't have the warning. Cam 2. Cam 1.
Okay, so you were saying, for example,
so I was saying the example lawyer.
Uh.
Okay, it's not say I cannot take stress. Why security day job I don't want? Because I'm still getting the same pay. Now lawyer, right? Okay, if it's high pay, right? Okay, another high pay, 1 month 8K, 9K, I know my being stressful because of money.
But
I can be stressful, but you must have in return. I must have the money. Example, now I have stressful being a lot of things to do with example being a lawyer. But at the end of the everything, I receive my salary. I see look at money, high pay. I feel happy. That overcome my stress.
Of course,
but I do a security job. I feel stressed. In the end, you still give me low pay job, no pay money.
So yeah. So here's I get a point. So here's the thing. Something has to come first. Either they pay you more first, then you work harder, or you work harder first, you build the work ethic, then you work extra hard to try to do another course outside of your work. Then you can start earning more. It's the second one. Nobody will give you money first and say, I hope you work hard enough to come.
No, because the thing is, I want people to, like example, that's how you say what lawyer, what a bit tough because it's the cost is so high, right? What is right?
Yes.
Yeah. So beside lawyer, anything, that is high pay, I don't mind to go and try out maybe the course whatever.
So actually, right, you as a security guard, I believe is the best thing you can do in terms of your requirement already. I'm trying to tell you that your requirement of saying that I don't want stress or I'm not able to take stress if they don't pay me first or if I don't like the thing like acting, right? I don't think got anything that exists like that.
No, you don't understand because example now lawyer example okay, why I don't mind the stress? Because
they pay you more.
So lawyer might not be like something I like acting like that but because of high money. So example like the same reason why they tell you COVID started. Okay, the red zone is dangerous. Yeah. You can get positive but I still go and work.
Hazard pay.
People still work, right? Because high pay.
Yeah.
So when you get high pay, right? As long as I can get high pay, okay, I can take the risk, I can take the stress, whatever.
Yeah. So two things. Your example of hazard pay, right? That one is a cannot predict and then won't last forever one.
Yeah.
So I won't. What I actually it ties very nicely with what I would like to end with, which is I feel like really I must say that I really truly believe, and you don't have to take my advice because I also don't understand your problems. I really believe that the mindset that you need to have moving forward is 脚踏实地, and I know it's very difficult. Like you say also, poor people, you want me to 脚踏实地? My 实地 right now also cannot 踏 because I'm running out of money, right?
Yeah.
So I understand, but really these magic things, right? Like for example, COVID hazard pay. That one it's not in your control. COVID happened, then this thing come. COVID go away, also you cannot control.
No,
Then
that's
now you
why
are
I say you give me suggestion, right? Besides lawyer, what other high career job can I do?
I can suggest to you. I know a lot of the sectors that are coming up because this is what I do for living, like data analyst. But I understand that probably these are not a lot of things that you would like to do. So here's some way. Okay, you want me to give you something like that? Right? I can make a very general suggestion. Skills Future. This is not a sponsored post, right? I've done sponsored posts with Skills Future, but this is not.
Okay.
Skills Future really is tremendous for people like you because they will allow you to train a skill for free. Now, this comes down to what skill you have to train for and what is suitable for you. And honestly, what I'm trying to say is that in the list that you've described based on our conversation about your security guard and stuff, right? That your requirement is very hard to find a course that fits you. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Because there are a few sectors right now that's coming up. For example, data is huge, AI is huge, but you also understand, you will say what? IT skills not there, right? Then you will still need to have IT skills first. And that one also is a course that you can do. So it will be a series of small steps. So it's a bit like, you want to climb high, right? You can either take a 悬崖, cliff, right? Jump up cliff. But cliff one step is very hard, very hard to one step jump. You climb yourself also, you might fall and die. The way to go high is ipu, and it will take very long and it will take a lot of effort. Because the cliff one is like, wow, once I make it, I'm high up already. Don't need to climb anymore. But ipu climb means that I have to slowly climb. The change is very slow. Then I have to climb every single fucking day. And that's not easy. But I really believe that that is the mindset going forward. So if you're serious about it, right, in terms of the jobs that you can do, right, after this, I will do some research and I'll send you some suggestions.
And then so I got another question to ask, because you see, like I like the entertainment industry. I was sometimes think of maybe I want to be like, maybe the script writer, or maybe 导演 or whatever. But it's like
that's great. Okay, because this is my dream since I was 40 years
old. Okay.
But I just like 动画. That's why I'm an animator, I'm a comic artist.
But sometimes I don't know how to go in.
It's very hard. Okay?
Very hard.
Very hard. And I know a lot of very fucking talented people who are very good story writers, who are very good artists that cannot make it. You know why?
Right.
Because every production, right, you think about 导演, you think about script writer, every production only got one or a few of them.
Yeah.
Right? The one that got a lot. So maybe one way, right, honestly, that you can do, because you like entertainment industry. And this, I don't know how you would think about this. Maybe you can go and do work as one of those like lighting assistant or sound assistant, hold the boom mic.
But your pay also not very high.
Of course.
Then what's the difference? Because the thing is, I want to solve my financial problem.
Cannot. There is no magic solution, unfortunately. But I would also like to say that you being a Singaporean actually, right, has a lot of great advantages already.
Because actually I also want to, like, if can, I also want to be like sneaky sushi. Just because my YouTube actually can earn money.
Can.
I receive money from YouTube.
Right?
I receive few hundred lah. But then what I think is, if I can got people maybe can cooperate with me together, then to guide me alone.
Okay. So I'm in no position to really give you this kind of advice because I think you're more famous than me. Right?
But being famous, but I'm not have the ability to.
Exactly. So as a fan, and as also a professional content creator myself, I don't think you know a lot about everything that I do, but I know a little bit, right? My suggestion, right, is that I think you need to also, like, every time we give you advice about your Q&A being too long, and you've taken some of this on, like, for example, you stopped your Chinese translation already. That is such a great thing that you did, and thank you.
But actually, I got too many questions. Many questions I can get.
Exactly. So the reason that you turn that off also is not exactly catering to audience, but I think that's what you should do as a content creator. Think about what your audience wants and cater to them. So one advice, for example, right, as an audience, I get very annoyed. When you name your video, right, it's fucking long, bro. It's like then the part 4 or part 3, part 1 is at the end. On my phone, right, because your title is so long, it's at Kikishi, I don't know what part.
Actually, you click on it, you can see the whole video.
Yeah, but that is an additional step, and on YouTube, I got so many other content creators trying to fight for my time. They want me to watch that video versus your one. And I really want to watch your video. You give me additional step, I might not click your video. That's where every single thing you need to streamline. And I actually think as a personality, honestly, you have something unique to offer. But I think you don't quite understand the magic that you can give. And I think after school therapy is an interesting thing that has somewhat, I think they understand how to tap on your thing. But I also believe that as yourself, there's a lot of things that you can do and a lot of formats that you can do that is fantastic, but you're not doing them.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I can think a lot like the acting script one, but I got no money to invite actors. Like you see, Chen Lao Tan, they got a lot of different topic one. I actually can think also.
I'm sure you can.
But I no money to pay actor. If I one person act, like it's not the effects. The effects same. The effects different.
You see, that's the beauty I think recently about social media. Because last time, right, you were going the 偶像路线, MediaCorp and all this, right? And the reason why you want to go MediaCorp is because they have the power of publication, meaning they have the power to put things on the airways so that thousands and hundreds of thousands of people can see at the same time. But now with internet, everybody with a mobile phone and an internet connection has everything they need to go viral already. And I think you certainly understand that because you use your own thing and you shoot these things and then you can go viral also. But it's just that in that case, right, what that means also, right, is that every fucking body has the same ability. So we have so many things to watch. On TikTok, so many thousands and millions of hours of entertainment for people. So you also must fight with them. And that means that you must cater to your audience. So I feel like maybe one very general thing you can take away, I would suggest, is to listen a bit more to what people say. But for you, very hard, you know why? Because you got haters. So you also don't know whether it's like true fans or haters. And you don't know which one to listen to. So I also can empathize with you. And I think, for example, one more thing is you really should be very careful about who you consider your friend. For example, Wen Long, who I think is very entertaining, but then I think he has shown himself to be somebody who get close to you. And I can see his pattern is very clear, right? He always hot cold. He will piss you off to the point where you're almost gonna say, hey, I'm never gonna talk to you again. Then he will say, hey, actually Kurt very nice guy. Then okay again. Then he will push you again for his own fun. Then he say okay again. So that's the best. So you need to also be very careful about the people you let into your life because like you say your 人缘 is a bit weird one. So I feel like if you curate these close friends this is what the definition to me is of a good friend. Somebody that won't just tell you what you want to hear. They will tell you things that you don't want to hear. For example, when I was in secondary school, I remember one of my friends started smoking. And then we said, hey, this is fucking bad, don't smoke. We stole his cigarettes. And then later he thanked us for it. Because that's what a good friend will do. Right? So I believe you need that kind of people in your life. Yeah. So before you just start calling people haters because they disagree with you.
No, actually, I not say it's called just because people disagree with me. Sometimes the comments you read, they just insult.
Understand?
It's already obvious hater. I not.
And yeah, I agree. You have a lot of that kind of
people,
right?
So after they will pretend, hey, I care for you, I concern for you, but in the end they will put fun, then they post your family photo, or insult your wife, everything. Then they say, no, I just care for you. Please not care for you.
That's fucked up.
It's very obvious. For the start, you are very insulting. So when I talk about haters, I'm referring to this type of person.
But you know what they're doing, right? They're trying to get a reaction from you. You remember whenever they always ask you, are you gonna snap? Are you gonna snap? Because they want you to snap. So actually the best thing, and I think you're already learning already. Same with Stephen Lim, right? Stephen Lim, people insult him like, okay, love you, thank you, right? That is actually to me that's true confidence. That I don't care what people say about me.
No, but sometimes I also beta. That's why actually I leave the work after.
And that's the best move you did. I left also after.
You left also
because it just become the Wen Long show. Every day it's just him do like 50 voice messages. I also don't listen to nonsense, right?
Then also not just Wen Long lah. All haters talk thing about me every day. Talk nonsense about me. That's why I say.
That's why also I think you ignore and you understand how to and just leave it, right? They also lose interest. You're like, I disturb him also, he never reply. That's the point, and I think you're already starting to do that because last time I think you reply everything, but nowadays you also ignore a lot of that.
No, but even if I ignore, but let's say if they manage to find out my working base, they will still find way to sabotage one.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't think 人缘. I think 人缘 does exist. Like you have your own internal natural vibe of who you are as a person.
Do you know that time when they couldn't find out my working base, right? They emailed to PRL, want to make me lose my license.
And that's fucked up,
really?
Right? So I'm trying to say like, regardless of 人缘, I also think like you as a content creator have the ability to also modify based on the content that you put and the way that you respond to people.
But actually, I try to
turn it around.
I try to do the same thing as what Sneaky Sushi. Example, you do this topic, I do this topic.
Yeah,
but I couldn't get the result.
Okay, I'm a big fan of Sneaky Sushi and YOLO, and I'm a fan of yours also. But honestly, I say the difference between that is I don't think it's 人缘. I think it's that they are very funny and they are very sharp in a different kind of way.
You see, example, Sneaky Sushi talk about the son, right? Unfailure to his mother, right? When I do the video, I also very funny, but I also
different kind of. Okay, as a fan of yours also, and I'm telling you this with love, right? It's different. One is something that people are looking for. Maybe over time people will look for that from you also, but it's different, and I would rather watch that one, even though I'm a big fan of yours.
It's different in what way?
They are very funny and sharp. Sharp means like they are smart. Not that you're not smart, but They are so clever and sarcastic and so dry, and then the editing is very sweet timing, very fucking funny one.
Oh.
That's the difference. There's real, how to say, there's real differences that I can, if we sit down and watch one, I can tell you why I think what YOLO did here is fucking funny.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So YOLO did, for example, he did this local series called Singapore Social. There's some reality. I watched every single episode at least 3 times because I love that series so much of just him talking about the show. I didn't even watch that show, no. I just watched him talk about the show. That's how fucking funny YOLO is to me. Yeah. And I think it's not that you don't have that or you can't have that, but that's not your natural strength. You can have that kind of success, but not by following that kind of format.
Okay, you know, I give you one example why I say 能言 right? Okay, example, you know it's Ding Yap, not Ding Yap.
Ding Yap, yeah, Ding Yap.
His video also interesting, but his video not high viewership.
So that one I don't know lah.
That's why I think maybe both of us, me and him, because of 能言, because I see his video, so I talk about those scandal everything, right? Actually very interesting. But his video are much very low compared to people like Yo-Yo, Siki Social. Yeah, so viewership is very low.
So I don't know why numbers are different. And I'm a fan of Ding Yap also.
That's why I think that maybe both of us is because of 能言 People
but
see.
I will tell you this, okay? If there is a level of like not 人缘 and how entertaining it is when you talk about random things happening, right? I will still say that Ding Yap is not as entertaining to me as YOLO, but Ding Yap is actually quite close. Closer than, for example, you are, and I don't mean any offense by that. Yeah, it's just not your type of content. I feel that to be true. Because on the outside we see it and I understand it because you're like, you just talk like that, only cut some clips. Then wow, millions of views. Like very easy. But it takes real personality and skill to do that. In a way, what I do when I talk about you is that same type of video, right? I show your things, I talk about it, that's it. But my view also not like that, you know? But maybe if I build some more audience, it takes a long time. Yeah, it takes a long time. And sometimes it's the timing and it's luck. So a little bit of 人缘, but I also think you also have the ability to control it yourself. That's my belief. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, like great sharing. I enjoyed this a lot. Thanks so much for even agreeing. Is there anything else you want to say? If not, we can.
Okay, before one last thing is that I hope like haters don't just hate me just because some people hate me just because they think I'm 小狼. So they hate to the extreme like it's like very like 走火入魔 sometimes they hate me until like you see the way they comment everything like I hope he lose his job then people then his family how his problem then how his problem you know job is problem like they really hate you to the extent like they want to destroy your life like they feel happy even if you like now you are really like being destroyed to the extent that you cannot feed your family they still say so what so just because they think because he's 小狼 so I don't like him I hate him no so I felt that we are doing the entertainment in funny things like comedy sometimes that this is not I may explain before many times in and many the different like people that interview me that this is not the real me so why you have to hate to the extent just because you think that you hate me until this extent it's not very good that's not very nice
I think you're absolutely right but maybe if I can just say this right I feel like I know why they're doing this because they themselves are insecure people who want to project their insecurity and the fact that their life is pathetic onto other people. So they look for so first one is that they look for somebody to hate who they think the life is more miserable than them. Then they keep whacking, right? Then number 2 also is that they want the attention. They want to feel like they have an impact on somebody. So they disturb you to get you to have violent reaction and big reaction. But actually all it is that there are people who also in their own life got a lot of problems. And the best thing in my opinion that you can do is to ignore them. But you're absolutely right. This is fucked up. People shouldn't do this kind of thing. But also I think sometimes the way you choose to react encourages this kind of thing.
No, even if I stop they still won't stop.
Because you reacted in the past, they're still
in the past
hoping.
It's still hoping
And you still got do. I still feel so recently Telegram you became angry at this Hasbullah or whatever.
Yeah.
That is for them, right? They're like, yay, we got him.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe the way to think about it, I don't know if this is true, so is to understand that these are also sad people. I'm not saying sad people like you're losers, I'm just saying I also feel for you. I understand what it's like to feel like you are useless and nobody cares about you. But this is just a way of trying to deal with it.
Yeah.
No money go therapy.
Yeah.
That's why I need after school therapy, right? Yeah. But I mean I agree with you. This should stop. But maybe one way is you see them as these people are sad and they need help. I just ignore them.
Yeah. So after this thing over, maybe if you can, maybe you finally you try to suggest to me what kind of career change can help me because saving of money really can't help me because no pay, no matter how I whatever what it still won't help
I'll send you some stuff and also
yeah.
maybe if it's simple enough, I'll also share with people what I send you. And I mean no pressure lah. I don't understand all your situation.
Yeah, but maybe you can give me a few choices
can.
Or whatever.
I'll send you some links, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thanks so much, Kurt, for coming to this. Let us know what you think. Please. In the comments, if I see anyone being a hater or like being unreasonably, can disagree, but don't disagree in a fucked up way, right? Agree also, don't agree in a fucked up way. I don't remove comments based on the content. I remove comments based on tone. If you say anything that I don't like the tone, I'll just remove also. So please let us know what you think, but I mean behave yourselves a little bit lah. You know, like it was not easy to get Kurt to agree to this. So let's hope that he has a positive experience on this thing so that maybe in the future other outlets can also sit down and have a proper interview with him. Right? Because I think you had not had a lot of positive experiences when it comes to this thing. So please be nice. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Kurt.
Okay, thank you, man. Okay, yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. We're done. Thanks for staying extra long.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah.
Is it very heavy to put like that? You put the whole way, you know?
Oh, okay lah. This one a bit got weight. That one got no weight.
Oh, that one no weight.
You want to try?
This is the real one lah.
But this one, I got even more heavy than this. Yeah, more heavy than this.
Is that why your leg pain?
No lah, my pain not because of this.
The thing haven't stopped.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, Bruce.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
You're fantastic, Bruce.
You safe, man. All good. Alright. Can.
Do you need help going back to Yishun? Do you know how to go back?
Yeah, here is near the what MRT.
Bendemeer. So.
But take a bus to MRT.
Wait. Let me search for you. I show you how I use Google Maps.
Oh yeah, but
you see if you can. I just try it. Then you see if you can follow or not. Then maybe next time you can use because Google Maps is really fucking good. Yeah. So Google Maps, right? I open like that. Here's where we are. I just type Yishun MRT, right? I type enter. Then it will do like then Yishun. I press directions. Then they load. So up here you see got car, motorcycle. So if you're driving, you can follow. So walk, how long to walk with your leg and all. So 55 minutes by public. You can press here. You can say lowest cost or best route fewest transfer, less walking. Let's go best route, right? Yeah. So they suggest this. You see they say okay, walk to Lavender. Go to City Hall transfer. Like that only very easy to follow. I think. Yeah. So you go downstairs. You see So here's where I am, right? If you press this one again, you see, you can show what direction I am.
No, but here got any bus stop? No bus stop.
You need bus stop.
Yeah, bus stop I can just take the bus. Here nearby totally no bus stop.
Have but I don't know got direct one to your house.
No, not to your house. I just need to take to the nearest MRT will do.
Oh, nearest MRT will do. Okay,
yeah, just any bus stop. I know
so
you.
I'll do here to Lavender lah. Okay.
Yeah. So here is nearest MRT is what Lavender what? Or the Penman what
Bendemeer, yeah. Okay. Here need to walk a bit So our building is here. There's a shopping center called Aperia. You go out, you will see it one. You go out, you will see it. So okay, we're in this building, right? This is a grassy area. So you just cross the road to Aperia, cut across Aperia. Aperia here got one bus stop. This bus stop.
The bus stop is so far.
No, not that far. This is a mall only. 1 block only. 1 block only. If you want, I can send you there.
You got car?
No. I walk with you lah.
Okay.
You don't mind, right, Bruce?
Sure.
Are you going off? Your thing is what time?
Still got time.
Okay, so I send him to the bus stop first, can?
I pack my thing first.
Okay.
Okay.
You still recording, brother?
Yeah, I can stop. Wow, my leg painful.
Say too long, is it?
No. Just now we like that way. I not sit down like we like don't know since last night my leg painful.
很假啦，我看你很惨，我真的很可怜。I think it's the belt.
No, it's not a belt.
Only one leg, right?
Yeah, the legs don't know like my mother leg also pain. My mother also never carry belt.
Your mother one may not be the same as you. You're saying it runs in your family.
No.
And the thing family 全部讲话。 Oh, you put so nicely in a plastic bag
Yeah.
on your belts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Need 2 to 3 minutes time to
this
pack
one
up.
is big enough. You don't have to do the string.
That's what we want.
Small
String one is
bag
for those like toy portion one.
Mm.
Yeah, keep the tripod stand on.
Slowly.
Yeah.
What time is sneaker con, bro?
5:30.
You need to reach at 5:30.
Yeah.
Oh, you can do so fast because we're meeting at 6. Later.
By the way, you post roughly when?
Okay, I don't know. I need to. You can post.
No, I will post after you.
If
No.
you wanna post the
No.
街头访问 you can post.
Yeah, what I mean is I will post after you one. But you, I mean, you roughly you need how long to? I
Because
think
I'm
2
doing
weeks.
myself, you give me maybe a month.
Wow, 1 month?
Yeah.
So
'Cause
long to edit.
I need to. Probably I won't edit because I thought actually that went quite well.
Oh,
I like what we did, but
but if you want to edit, how come need to take 1 month? Unless you
very
edit
slow
lah.
because dude, I'm doing this as a side thing. I still got my own job in the day.
Oh,
so
okay.
I come home, then
Oh, okay.
I edit a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'll tell you. I'll keep you
Okay.
posted.